It was back in 1997 when Brandon hosted the Canadian curling trials that ultimately sent Sandra Schmerler and Mike Harris to the Nagano Olympics. And now Brandon is once again in the curling spotlight as we say hello Canada and welcome to Brandon and the beginning of a brand new season of champions. A season that will take us across the country from coast to coast. We'll go to the East Coast, St. John's, Newfoundland for the Tim Hortons Brier, the West Coast and Victoria for the Canadian Juniors, and in between we'll go to Edmonton for the Ford Men's World Curling Championships and St. Catharines, Ontario for the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. But it all starts right now with the Home Hardware Canada Cup, and thankfully it's time to go inside and draw one at the Keystone Centre.
We are in southern Manitoba, Brandon, the Wheat City, and it's day one of our coverage of the Canada Cup right here on TSN. Coming inside the building, hi everybody, Brian Mudrick once again joined by Kathy Gauthier, and it's hard to believe but the Olympic Games only 435 days away. I counted, we're almost there in South Korea. Obviously for the winners of the Canada Cup on the men's and women's side, $14,000 up for grabs. However, they're all searching for that Olympic curling trial spot in Ottawa next year.
Well, that $14,000, while it's nice for Christmas, Brian, the Christmas present all these teams want is knowing that they will be in Ottawa for those trials next year. That has been a carrot for 4 years these teams have looked for.
This field is very strong on the men's and the women's side. Val Sweeting, she's been to a final before. You have former world champions, Olympic gold medalists. You have Brier champions as well. All of them with their eye on the prize here.
Well, this event is one of those that you have to earn your way in here. So as you say, you have to have won a Scott. You have to have done something really noteworthy, and that's why there's no free lunch.
The field, the men's and women's side, Kevin Cooey, Rachel Homan, your defending champions of the Home Hardware Canada Cup, so they're already into that Olympic berth spot. They've qualified for Ottawa for the trials. Jennifer Jones qualifying as well via points. Now, if they happen to win, then it will come down to points, and obviously everyone trying to get to Ottawa.
And it is important to know that it's not one of those situations if you play one of those teams in the final that you get it. You must earn that berth, whether here or by points. So all of these teams want to win.
Our feature matchup this morning has Mike McEwen, who grew up right here in Brandon, taking on Brad Jacobs. They both are world-class talents. They actually met in the Canada Cup final back in 2014, a final that Mike McEwen won.
Well, he did, but for Brad Jacobs, this is a team that came through the pre-trials last time. They are team intense, and they don't want to have to wait this time, and so look for a very strong start. They're having a great year.
Got to be exciting for Mike McEwen to play where he grew up. Obviously, this is a big-time event, and he's made back-to-back finals in the Canada Cup, losing last year to Kevin Cooey.
Well, the big change for this year for Mike McEwen is it has not been an easy path, but they did win last weekend at the DECALP. Coming off of that, should have some confidence, and as you say, this is home, and that's got to carry a couple of points.
They are two of the best men's team in the world, McEwen versus Jacobs. Day one of the Canada Cup coming up next, right here on TSN.
We've played McEwen's team a lot over the years. They're a great team. Just like every other team out here, they're hungry, they're in shape, they're great curlers. They've been together a long time. Both teams are highly skilled, and both teams are very hungry to win.
Boatloads of respect for them and what they do. They're true to themselves, they're fiery. There's a lot of mutual respect between our two teams, so they're a team I really look forward to playing.
The 2016 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. The 2016 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like Cashmere. By Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. And by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years.
Welcome inside the Keystone Centre, day one of the Canada Cup of Curling. It's time to meet the teams, brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Hi, I'm Skip Mike McEwen. Our lead is Denny Neufeld. Our second is Matt Wozniak. Third, BJ Neufeld. and we curl out of the Fort Rouge Curling Club in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Hi, I'm skip Brad Jacobs. Our lead is Ryan Harnden. Our second is EJ Harnden. Our third is Ryan Fry, and we curl out of the Community First Curling Center in Sault Ste. Marie.
Great way to start off our coverage here on TSN, the Season of Champions here at the Canada Cup. It'll be Team Jacobs throwing the Yellowstones this morning, Team McEwen the Redstones, and much like the Scotties and the Briar, it is a draw to the button for that hammer, and Team Jacobs will have hammer in this opening end. So lots on the line here in Brandon over the next few days. The winner earning a berth to the Olympic Curling Trials in Ottawa next year, $14,000. Also a chance to play in the Continental Cup in Las Vegas as lead Denny Newfield starts things off. And a lot of these players, Kathy, talk about that added bonus of going to Las Vegas and playing in a really fun event.
Well, it is such a fun event, and then when you add that layer of being in Las Vegas, it's you know what, it is a break in your season where you actually get to cheer for some of these competitors instead of against them. It just it lets you play the sport that you love and have some fun.
Mine looks good.
Ryan Harnden leads Stones for Team Jacobs.
Clean. Wolf, you can. Room. T-line. Room. Clean. Room. Yep. Wolf, you can. T-line. Wolf, you can. Yep.
When you talk about getting to that Olympic curling trial, Bonspiel, Kathy, arguably one of the toughest to win, you could say, in the world when it comes to Canada and curling.
For sure.
Remember Team Brad Jacobs, when they won it all in 2014, and by win it all, winning the Olympic gold in Sochi as well, they had to come through the pre-trials.
Yes.
Made the trials, were dominant there, and really rolled. So just getting that spot, and a lot of the teams talked about it, getting that spot, getting to Ottawa really takes a lot of pressure off, not only the guys, but looking at their schedule as well going forward.
It really does. It is a grind if you have to go through the pre-trials. You have so many games to play there at such a high level, and it is not so difficult to plan your season to peak at the trials, but to plan it to peak at the pre-trials and then to, you know, either stay at that level or take a breath and then re-peak, and then of course the team that wins goes on to the Olympics. There is a lot of discussion about whether we do send our teams to the Olympics exhausted before they even throw the first rock. So eliminating a part of that process and starting in Ottawa is huge.
EJ. Right.
Really good chance to see the ice first thing. Great movement outside in and also the inside out. Greg Owasco, local Manitoba boy, is the head ice tech at this event. Greg, of course, has been to many events, often working with Hans Vutrick, but he is the lead here. Jamie Barassa is his support.
Whoa. Little heavy. No. Little heavy. I think it's gonna prolong. Can't.
Also helps, too, that Greg knows the building really well, Kathy, having done events here, and every building has their own idiosyncrasies when it comes to whether it's the weather outside or maybe drafts coming in on the ice, and to know the building is certainly key.
Well, and the miss there by Matt, just throwing a little bit too much weight, does not get that curl. A little more than expected, and that's been a little bit of the story for the Team McEwen this year. Have made some great shots, but have not found the consistency they had last season.
A little bit early if you can, Fry. Yep, hard. Row! The slide. Line's good. Do it. Fry, clean it. Do it. Belting. Okay, that's fine. Yep, Fry. Yep. Do it. Yeah! Hard! We're not bouncing.
You know, Brian, we talked about the inconsistencies of Mike McEwen's team this year, and so coming off that decal reminded them what it takes to win, and that's a key for this team today, building that confidence early from last weekend and feeding off the environment as it builds in this crowd in the stands. They're going to remember that this young man is from this city initially, and he will get the support, has to convert that on the scoreboard.
Hard.
Well, and knowing that your opponents are struggling a little bit, for Brad Jacobs, the jump early will be one of the big keys this morning. Try to play on that confidence factor because they have a lot of it, and they have a great steal percentage. Play thief. Continue this week to find ways to steal against your opponents. That's going to give you the edge.
Like the same?
Keys to the Game brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Halfway.
A little bit, Fry.
Fry a little bit early, I think.
A little bit, Fry.
Yep. High. Yep.
Different.
Yep.
Different pass. Go, Fry.
Mark the line. Hold it straight.
Go, Fry. Just go.
Come on.
Get it over. Get it over. Get it over. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't get it over. Don't get it over.
Well, the don't get it over decision at the end was because it was moving away from those two stones. And so if what you wind up leaving your opponent is a long guard that they can not only make the double but roll behind, all of a sudden you're chasing. That was why they called off the sweeping.
Whoa.
So now BJ Neufeld an opportunity
Right
here
off.
in one to clean up
Right
those
off.
yellow stones.
No.
Bang, bang, got them both.
Now, what a difference of advantage and opportunities within about 2 rocks for the Jacobs team. A chance to guard off, did not make it, and BJ bailing his team out.
Probably stiff here,
And
right?
then there were none.
Yep, for sure. First rocks.
You heard EJ say under his breath after he hogged that stone, saying, wow, that's heavy in that spot.
Well, and don't forget
Hey, line
that
will be good
all
the whole
of the
way.
play in the pregame
Line will be
practice
good the
is
whole way.
far out in the wings to the center because everyone's throwing for the draw to the button. So if you throw in that center line path at all, there hasn't been a lot down there, and so it is much heavier.
Just above the tee. Tee.
Ryan Fry's rock settles back 12, and
Whoa.
BJ with another hit.
Clean.
Now, BJ's world changed in the
Whoa.
last year. He and his
Whoa.
wife, Sarah, welcomed a little girl, Scarlett. She's 6 months old.
Okay.
I was at the East St. Paul's Field where Sarah was playing last weekend for the team I coach, and BJ was playing with his daughter, had her under the table, which is not always a great place for a baby, but he was trying to protect her from getting stepped on. But it does change your world, and it does give you perspective that you don't otherwise have.
Same line. Maybe a hair wider. Yeah, different line. Yep, come on, boys. Okay, good.
We've seen that movie before, the Harndens with a good scrub.
Just a hair wider pass, so it was a little slower,
Top 8.
I think.
Green.
8 Canada Cup appearances. He was the champion in 2014, beating Brad Jacobs in that event.
And Mike not even making his way down to the other end, trying to conserve the time as you see it ticking away in the background.
And that's now thinking time, Kathy, of course. So after the stone is thrown, the clock will stop.
Playing the whole way.
Yep. 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 Okay.
Throw, Brent.
You like the out or in? Yeah, I do. Just throw normal. Like a
So the
solid
thinking
normal.
time is now, and we'll stop when Mike crosses the tee line. It is 10 ends. That is the significant difference, and I would argue that for most of these teams out here, they have not played that at all this year. The circuit very much is 8 ends. And so not only do you have to see different numbers on the clock, you're not used to seeing that extra time for the 2 extra ends, but it is also playing 10 ends and managing the scoreboard for longer, which is going to be a little bit novel and new for the teams at this point in the season.
Right around there.
I ran real straight.
So now a freebie here for Brad Jacobs. He gets to see a path on the ice he wants to see with the in-turn peel weight, final stone, and the blank here on the way. So there was that early opportunity here in the first end for Team Jacobs. No offense yet. Day one of the Canada Cup here in Brandon, Manitoba.
Weight shots, you have to be a little more gentle.
Winter has arrived in the prairies. We're in Brandon, Manitoba, the southern part of the province, for day one of the Canada Cup. And here's the action across the sheets at the Keystone Center. Reed Carruthers, John Epping, the other men's game in action on the ice. Obviously our feature between Jacobs and McEwen. And the women, it's Carrie Anderson taking on Val Sweeting and Kelsey Rock versus Jennifer Jones. We have an update for you between Anderson and Sweeting. Sweeting, a winner of the Canada Cup back in 2014. She's made 2 Canada Cup appearances and she's made 2 finals, but tough shot here with her final stone in one, Kathy.
Well, it does definitely need to stick around, facing 2 belonging to Carrie Anderson and her team. Trying to get to the nose.
Hard, really hard. Hard. Hard.
Throwing the outs here, and this one starting to curl. Has to catch a bit of that red. It'll spill out. So a steal of 1 for Carrie Anderson. And a 1-0 lead over on sheet C. In our feature matchup, Kathy, a pretty good opportunity there in that opening end for Team Jacobs. They had a pair of rocks frozen around the forefoot, but one mistake from EJ as his guard came up short allowed Mike McEwen to clear off the damage, and it resulted in a blank in 1.
We heard Mike say as we went to commercial break to his team, we need to put 8 shots together in a row. Certainly did not do that in the first end. Playing the tick shot, moving it off the center line.
2/3, probably pretty good, Maddie.
Centering is nice now, hey?
Yeah. It's good. Speed's really good.
Lake Beach. Yep. It's pretty close.
Line's good.
Felt light to me, guys.
Kathy, you talk about
Line's good.
Brandon as the wheat city.
Line's
It
good.
could be known as the
Line's
curling
good.
city. It's had some great events over the years. 2 Briars, a couple of Scotties were played here.
Yep, keep
World
going.
Curling Championship with the men and the
Keep
women
going, boys.
were
Yep,
obviously
easy.
the same
I lost.
city. I was I was gonna
Thanks for bringing
segue.
back all the good
I was
memories.
going to segue that a little nicer your way there.
You had a big grin on your face. It was not going to bode well.
And the trials, of course, in 97
Yes.
as Vic off the top of our broadcast. Pretty amazing as Sandra Schmerler, Mike Harris representing Canada and Nagano, but an amazing curling city with
it's-
lots of knowledge.
It's a phenomenal city to host an event in. This building is a perfect size. The fans, they come from far and wide, and they just do such a great job. The volunteer base is huge, and whether it's this or the Brandon Wheat Kings, they very much support their ice sports here in Brandon. Gets to the nose and removes one of those stones. Rolls it a little bit off the center line, but still something that the McEwen team can utilize to try to get behind to line 2.
Line's fine.
good.
Line's fine.
Pretty light.
Go.
Okay. Line will be okay.
Let's have a peek over on
Go,
sheet
guys.
D.
Get it
Kelsey
right.
Rock
You
and
got it. Go.
Jennifer Jones.
Fight.
And Jennifer
Come on, boys.
has
Keep going,
hammer
keep going,
final
keep going.
stone. Looks to be an intern tap here, Kathy, and a chance for 2.
Well, and a really good opportunity to see the great movement of this ice. You can see that rock stone at the back. The red stone is over buried, and Jennifer's trying to come down to it and tap it back to bring the second shot. The yellow stone just coming into play there, in for the second point.
You got it.
Great movement, good judge by the sweepers. There's your tap for 2.
Shot, Jen.
And you see Don McEwen there on the brush, and in a sit-down interview, Mike had even admitted, boy, it's going to be kind of tough when the wife's out there as well. You can't help but peek over and watch the scoreboard and vice versa when your
Hey, boys, you like here?
partner is out there curling at the same time.
You know, the other shot is this. That takes the front away. I like
I don't
that.
mind that either.
I like that.
Yeah.
Same goes for Jennifer Jones and Brent Lang as well, as
You
he'll
bet.
be with Kevin Cooey later on in the day.
And I like this call very much. So the objective is not about getting rid of the redstone that is in the house, although this may happen. It is about opening up the front, ensuring that Brad will have a shot.
Okay.
But he just misses that tight McEwen stone. Team's still learning the ice this morning.
I had that.
Just misses. Don't forget they all had practice yesterday, but that practice yesterday, the ice conditions are very different than they often find in the first day, just because of the reps that have been on the ice. It takes some time for the ice to settle, if you will, and so they will be learning this morning and this afternoon, and then after that you can expect that conditions will be very similar until this is over on Sunday.
Clean, Maddie.
Hard, Matt. You gotta go.
Yep. Maddie, if you can, keep going. Go.
Good speed, Maddie. Attaboy.
Nice
Very
shot.
nice.
Shot, guys. Be a little wider, carried a bit better than that.
Updated score as well. Reed Carruthers taking on John
Like,
Epping.
right.
And it's Epping with a 1-0 advantage as they play in the second end.
Yeah, you're thinking that? I'm not sold on that. I kind of like over the top this way.
Now, discussion from the hack, given that you can see half, you play the hit and roll behind the corner. But for Brad, more concerned about that stone out front, and also if you roll out, it gives McEwen a chance to make it better.
Roll it.
Obviously so early, but just not sharp yet, Team Jacobs. We're used to seeing them make those shots time and time again, and just on the wrong side of the inch thus far.
Now BJ, after making a couple of hits in the first and now testing his draw weight.
Room. 2/3. Matt's in. You got to make this fairly tight. Hard, Matt. Yeah, you got to go. Hard, Matt. Tight as you can. Hard, Matt. Keep it going. Come on, Matty. Whoa, good. Whoa.
Good. Nice shot, Beach.
Good speed. Go, Beach.
That's good.
Yeah, pretty quick there. Yep.
Ryan Fry, another chance to remove some red granite.
Whoa.
Gets 2, gets 3 going. And a nice shot from the Jacobs third.
Well, he does two things with this shot. Not only does he open up the center, as we'll see that his shooter will roll to the left, but he clips that stone in the forefoot, leaves that one red stone in play, but it is back very deep. Pretty happy with that.
Was he? Take it right there, Beach.
He should be pretty good.
Yeah.
And now for the first time, those stones in front of the house all belong to Brad Jacobs, something that for the first time, if Mike buries this perfectly, he can run it straight back and leave it there and be buried.
It's just, I don't know if that's... I think this would be a touch heavier. It's not quite the draw to the button.
Yeah.
You heard the front end say to Mike, which rock do you want first? And I think that goes to the scouting of the rocks, and even through practice yesterday and even in the warm-up before their game, they all look at the stones and see how they curl and how they move. And obviously if Mike feels one of his stones that he's picked curls a little bit more than another one, maybe he uses that one to draw behind. And if there's a straighter stone, maybe you save that for a takeout.
For sure, your best two stones or your most predictable stones are for your skip, obviously, but many skips choose to keep one that maybe moves a little bit more so that you're going to get some more finish.
Good shot, Mike. Good throw.
Thanks. Good shot.
Nice.
Really good.
Yeah, best we could do, I think. He was always going to have options, right?
Probably only got a thin half.
Oh, thin half? Well, then that's enough.
Thing about this
I like
is you
this
do
call. I think
this.
this is the call.
Yeah, I like it.
Right? And you know, you chip the front, you might roll 2 yellows in.
Yeah, but you never...
No, I know, but all I'm saying is we can't go by it.
No.
Yeah.
We can also just stick it right on the nose, in behind here.
You can, because even if we make that, we're going to be playing it on the next one.
I think that...
Yeah.
They're looking at the options. You go by this stone
I think we'll be able
here.
to hold it.
Good job, Kath. Go by the stone here, and you make the double. But what Brad was also talking about is that if you happen to clip this stone here, it goes on to here, and you may wind up with your shooter going in the house. So they're looking at the options if they didn't happen to get by. But I think that they've gone the, what I call the saner way, which is to run your own stone back. That's a very, they said half. I think it's a very thin half, closer to a third.
Sometimes, too, you make the call, Kathy, get down there, sit in the hack, and then realize, oh, boy, there's not a lot of stone there.
Yeah, I don't think there's very much.
Normal. Whoa.
So
Whoa.
yellow onto red.
Make it this way.
Whoa! It's not touching it yet.
Oh. Okay.
Boy, that has been the story. That is 4 runbacks in this end that have not been made by Team Jacobs. And I think they're throwing them well, just struggling to put the broom for the weight that is thrown.
They're just that hair positive, and it just held there.
There's your reason.
Halfway down, I honestly thought you were pretty good.
So did I.
I like that.
Yeah, I think over curl is better than
And he
under
kept his
curl.
weight down nice there, Kathy. It's not like he threw a bullet.
Did not. You heard Small Fry say that he just was positive on release, so that when you're throwing that out turn, you're at the stick, but maybe that little bit full, and so it ran just a little bit straighter, a little bit longer than they thought.
Yeah, I mean, you can be as deep as our other back one there. But I don't want to force him to draw.
For sure.
High guard here, Kathy?
No, he's coming right in.
Is he?
You
Okay.
heard them just say we want to force him to draw. That was what Mike said they wanted. So look for this stone to be about full 12 foot. That's what the spot is. So that a double would mean that the steal point would be the one at the back of the house. And it would force Brad Jacobs for the first time in this game to draw and to draw against 3.
Just drag it, boys. Line's good, guys. Go. Keep going. Hard. Right up. Right up, Kenny. It's good. A little more. Good. Good.
And it's somewhere in the middle.
Sorry, guys. It's fine.
Well, that's a good miss.
Yeah.
Gonna error.
So,
Just took a little too much off.
Now you hear the deep breathing by the front end. Lots of brushing early.
Line's good, guys. Go. Keep going. Hard. Right up.
And I think it's a nice segue. You look at the brushing, Kathy, that it's nice to see the governing bodies of curling and the curlers coming together. So a brand new season, everyone's on the same page when it comes to the sweeping and the fabrics and the brooms.
It's awesome. I think it was one of the best decisions, and it was such a comprehensive decision making by the team, saying this is not right, we're destroying our own sport, and the governing body is pulling together, you know, the scientific community, and to look at fabrics, what makes it even. So that yellow is the only color that is approved. It is the only fabric that is approved. They're all numbered, and so officials can very easily see if it is an official broom head or not. And so it puts everybody back on an even playing field, and that's all the players really wanted. And it makes for way better curling for us as fans.
T-line. Line's good. T-line. Line's good.
The players admitting, too, in the interviews, maybe a few more misses they're seeing this season as well.
You got to hit the broom again.
Whereas last year it was video game stuff at times. Final stone here in 2 for Brad Jacobs. Needs a lovely draw. Weight looks pretty close.
Very nice.
And it's perfect. Finds a bit of a button. Brad Jacobs on the board with a single here in Brandon. An exciting game tonight. Toronto FC, Montreal head-to-head once again. The second leg of the Eastern Conference Championship. You can watch at 7 p.m. Eastern Time across our TSN feeds. Montreal up 3-2 on aggregate in the first leg. All the action at BMO Field in Toronto. Apparently the field looks pretty good after the Grey Cup as well.
Oh.
And if Toronto can win, they would host the MLS Cup final as well. So a Canadian team will be into the final for the first time ever. So that's very exciting for our country.
Wait, a little light, maybe. Yep.
Welcome back to the Prairies in Brandon, Manitoba.
Yep.
Brad Jacobs drawing in for a single in that second end. So here in the third end, day 1 coverage of the Canada Cup, it's Mike McEwen, the Redstones, with Hammer here in Brandon.
Okay. Roll that in. Get in. Okay.
And we should point out, Kathy, because we're here, there'll be curling tonight as well on TSN2
Just,
for our
easy,
viewers.
Danny.
So, Vic Rauter, Russ Howard, Cheryl Bernard, Kathy Gauthier, myself, all excited to be back for the Season of Champions.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Wait's nice.
It's pretty nice to see Vic take the outdoor bullet for the team.
Right?
Nice.
It was a scary drive up here yesterday, I'll tell you that.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. Pretty good. Okay. Good.
That works.
Nuts to make a double. It's perfect.
Maybe a hair and too much ice, I don't know.
Normal?
Nice roll under. Trying to now run the stone back and also roll the shooter in as well.
Shot each.
Good weight. Nice.
Good weight.
And a really important comment by Brad Jacobs just there to say you threw that really nice. Sometimes when you're a run back team, as this Jacobs team is, and you just keep missing at all levels and you're not making them, it can start to eat away at your confidence. So Brad just sharing the information that the rocks are being thrown well. He just needs to adjust where the broom is.
Good line.
Wait's really
line.
good. Good, guys.
Real nice line, guys. Fully. Denny.
Whoa. Has
Denny's
to curl a
in.
bit.
Denny's in. At the end if you can.
Go, Denny.
You gotta
You can
go.
Denny.
You gotta go.
Yeah, help him out, Beach. Hard, Den.
Go. Just drag it.
Hard, Denny.
Go.
Shot, Matt. Great
And you're
weight.
still going to hear things like Denny is in. And we talked about the new brush fabric, Brian, where they really showed that it was minimal any brushing would have in terms of directing the actual stone. But there still is the belief that the person with the push stroke, which is typically stronger as you push away than your ability to bring back, will be able to move the stone onto a path a little bit better than the other sweeper. So you will see two sweepers mostly, but for that final finish, you will often still see one, but still much different than last year.
Updates for you. You see the scoreboard there. John Epping a steal in the second, so he leads 2-0 over Reed Carruthers. And Carrie Anderson also with a steal as well. So she's up on Val Sweeting 2-0 in the third end.
Line's good.
And Jennifer Jones a steal of 2 in the second end. So a good start for Jennifer Jones, a former Canada Cup champion, over Rock. 4-0 in the third.
Line's in.
Real good.
Wait's really good.
Right even with it.
Wait's there. Wait's there.
Shot, Matt.
Shot, Matt. Boy.
Good shot.
Nicely done.
Nice
Buried and even.
Try it, yeah. Score, right?
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Line to bed.
Go.
Stagger now.
Well, yet another example of those run backs that are just not working for them. A lot of weight thrown by Ryan Fry.
It's probably pretty close to good now, I think.
Chance from the McEwen team to split the house and lie 2.
A little heavy, eh?
Yeah, I got a hair heavier than yours.
Okay, room.
Whoa.
Off, Denny, off if it's heavy.
Clean. Matt's in.
Has to curl.
Matt's in.
Really good.
Right here, Matt.
Just even.
Yep. Go. Keep going.
Good.
Great weight,
Shot.
Beach.
Attaboy, BJ. Good sweep.
Brian, let me know what shot you like from the half.
Oh, I think it's late to try and make this. It's like.
Got a thin half.
What shot do you like from there?
Hit and roll over, is that
If
what?
we knows and he knows, will you have a double?
Well,
I just don't want to give up a 3. Like, it's...
yeah,
Okay,
probably. The only other thing is trying to, you roll in here and he rolls away, it's a deuce.
Nose it? Like nose that one?
Kind of like nosing that.
yeah, I think so.
I think that's hard.
I think it's very
Control.
hard. They're looking at running one of the guards onto the red stone that is buried. The challenge is Ryan Fry's run back attempt blocked the straight back, and so you could give up 3. You play open to the wings, hoping that maybe your opponent either rolls out or rolls towards you, and the angles moving up the house may allow a double at some point, but you are trying to minimize the damage at this point.
With that slide from Fry, he could fit right in Manitoba, hey? Couldn't he, Kathy?
Well, he's born and raised here.
There you go.
Like, we got to, I think
The
we got
Manitoba
to
tuck.
give them their deuce. Either you're going to make a roll or a double, you know what I mean?
His dad, Barry Fry, former great Canadian champion.
Or you try and make this.
Can't lie, 2.
I don't like that, BJ.
You like
Got
that?
the hit and roll.
Yeah. Speeds, I'm thinking Bob.
Because even if he goes after it, rolls out, we still have that
Just keep it simple here.
bumper weights.
Bumper.
Okay, Beach.
Good bump, Mike.
The McEwen team is right now 8th, Kathy, in the Canadian team ranking system when it comes to points.
No, no.
We mentioned off the top of the show, the winner of the Canada Cup automatically advances to the Olympic curling trials in Ottawa next year, but those points so critical in getting us as well as we get closer to that time.
There's another miscue. Ice just straighter today, or marginally so, or they're not actually hitting the broom. One of those options.
You're watching it.
But advantage
Hack weight right there.
declined. So a chance to get at the stone.
Much weight?
Ah.
You like that broom?
What do you guys think of that ice?
I don't think you want to go less.
Okay. That's yeah. I know it looks like a lot, but I think it's going to curl.
Don't forget that EJ, you got that comment from him just now about not taking less. Played third for a very long time for Brad Jacobs, so he is a voice of confidence, and he is also someone who watches the ice very carefully and gives that affirmation to Brad as he sits in the hack about what he needs.
Is this, Kathy, one of those shots that maybe was a lot easier with the sweeping last year?
Oh, absolutely it would have been. This was guaranteed last year. He could have dragged that with this broom over there, trying to get any finish they can.
Hard. Jeez.
Good throw.
Yeah, good toss.
All right. You go wide side.
Good throw.
Yeah.
Straight, eh?
Trying to help it move all he can, makes contact, but not enough. And you heard the comment from Ryan Fry. They're finding it straighter, and surprisingly so this morning.
Last inning. Can't remember what one you wanted.
You said you wanted to throw first.
Is this Denny's path for the guard?
Okay.
Huh? Is this Denny's path for the guard?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I threw this come around as well, and it was good speed.
Ideally, we want this T-line.
Yeah.
Okay.
T-line, 8 foot.
I see you dusted off the stopwatch, Kathy.
I
Good to
did.
go for another season. So you're going to time hog to hog here?
I am.
T-line, a little behind the T-line's good.
Line's good. Looks here. I don't know. You can
A
go
little bit
back
behind the
tee.
tee line.
Back
The
tee.
weight's really good.
Back
little
tee.
bit behind.
Does that
So
stopwatch
that's
still work? Yes.
Yes, it does, as do I.
Hard, Matt.
It's about
Hard goes.
14 and a
Hard goes.
half
Hard
between
goes.
the hogs,
Keep
so
going. Never
really
off.
nice
Never off.
sliding
Never off.
conditions.
Never off.
And I don't think that the
Shot.
teams have been caught with weight. It has been more what movement you will get out of stones, regardless of weight, that has caught both teams this morning.
It's nice speed there.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we were in that pack because I know that if you're a little off, speed will probably be quite a bit different.
Exact same line as Denny's guard.
All the way over there
Okay.
somewhere.
Yep.
Brad Jacobs, his final stone here in 3.
It's really hard. Oh, yes.
And an opportunity now for Mike McEwen for the first deuce of this game.
Same path.
And pretty nice for a skip to get to throw pretty much the exact same shot here, Kathy, first 2.
Well, it just reaffirms for Mike what draw weight is. And you're right, he's just thrown it on his first. Same path. Should be the same result.
Little left. Line's nice. Same line. Same line.
And Matt, if you feel someone's looking over your shoulder, you are correct.
You're good now.
They put the hammer down pretty quick on that stone, but now just to clean in. A nice weight for Mike McEwen.
Good shots.
The Brandon native puts 2 on the board for a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, guys.
Time for updates here at the Keystone Center. And let's go to Val Sweeting and Carrie Anderson. And Anderson, kind of a thief here early on with a few stills here, Kathy, and a chance for another one. Val Sweeting, her final stone.
Well, we could see the shot stone was the red stone buried. Looks like Val's trying to throw a quiet weight and to tap that red stone to bring that yellow stone into play for the potential 2 in the tie.
L'Oreal St. John's calling line. And now that stone breaks. Little tap.
Wow, they just lost it over curl. That's that movement that we've been looking for on our sheet and have not seen.
You saw Laurie go, that's on me. That one really took off. So another steal. Anderson, what a start. They're up 3-0. Reed Crothers, John Epping over on sheet A in sort of a similar situation as well. It was Epping coming out with a single and then a steal, but Reed Crothers a chance here to answer to get a deuce.
Well, you see that red stone already lying 1, and so for Reed needs full 8 foot, almost a bite of the 4 for his 2.
Reed also from Manitoba. Always exciting to play in your home province, in front of family and friends, and lovely draw weight from Reed as he finds the 4 foot there, no problem. So they're tied up at 2 after 3. Back to our feature matchup, day 1 of the Canada Cup right here on TSN, and 2 for McEwen in that third end. Nice draw weight, so a 2-1 lead over Brad Jacobs, the gold medalist from Sochi, as Jacobs will have hammer throwing yellow stones here in 4.
Well, that corner guard is not unexpected from Jacobs. There is a long red corner guard on top of that, and that was thrown by Denny Neufeld on his first that picked and went sideways, and so that's why there is a pair of those stones on that side.
Yep. No. Big
Hard,
roll,
BJ.
Big roll. Go, 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 go,
Right
go,
over,
go,
right
go.
over, right over, right
Shot
over, right
that.
over. Good. Very good.
Throw.
Shot. Thanks. He's good.
Got room. Got room. Room right now, just for weight. Just for weight. Needs to curl. Needs to curl.
T by itself. Back 4. Back 8.
Okay, Fry. Yep,
Oh,
go.
okay,
Fry.
we're not
yeah.
there.
We're not there.
Yeah, we are.
It's got to stop. Just going to take it further. Good chance to stop.
Yeah, it's stopping.
Well, we're hoping to not be that deep in the house.
Shoot, could have got it there. Could have got it there.
Just back tee, back tee.
Same as those ones I threw last time, probably.
Yeah. So.
Kelsey Rock rebounding with a 2
Weight's good.
in the third end. So Jennifer Jones with Hammer leading by 2 in the
Just
fourth.
rolling, a little heavy.
Yeah,
Just line
can't
right
touch.
now.
Can't touch. Oh boy.
Okay, Matt.
Okay. I don't think we care about being shot, like going to the back one.
No.
Straight, come around.
Just a quick spot there,
Real
Kathy.
good
What are you
there.
seeing?
Well, I
shot.
think, you know,
For
that
shot,
in
yeah.
some ways, I'm thinking about the Jacobs team. They haven't thrown a lot of drives. They've been chasing for most of this game, throwing run backs, and so they didn't want to be short. But it's either getting quicker than they anticipated. I would say overall, and I know that you're going to talk to them at the 5th end break, I'd be really interested if they are finding that the conditions are quite a bit different than practice yesterday, because these are two great teams, and we are not used to seeing them miss the brim on the wrong side and slide so deep on the
Line's
draws.
good. Line's good. Pete. Pete.
Wait.
Just Pete.
Still there.
Yep. 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 Whoa. 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 Tried.
A very nice adjustment by EJ on his second draw.
And that is shot stone for Team Jacobs.
Still have to freeze it. It would be
Don't
pretty
forget there
important
is a
to get
long
close
red
on
guard
this.
that is also protecting that. That stone is over buried.
A little high.
Could get them all.
Yes.
There
There's
it is.
that
Make it good beat.
dastardly guard.
Wait a second.
Room. Room.
Goal line. Line's good.
Pretty exciting moment
Like the
early
ball,
in the
Dick.
year for this
You can't.
McEwen
Line's
team.
good.
They
Yep.
made their first
Good.
ever
Hard
Brier
line.
and
Hard.
finished with an 8-5 record, and that's something that
Weight's there.
Mike has been striving for a very long time.
Yep. Yeah.
Nice to have that feather in their cap now, and a very good performance in their first Brier as well with that record.
Takes that monkey off their back, and it makes you want to get back just that much more.
Good.
I don't think he realized that.
Well, no, he didn't.
I feel like you can get here and just kind of move this.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
I think so. We're missing the guard by a lot.
Yeah, like back 8, back 12.
Back line.
Whoa, cleat, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Back
whoa,
line.
whoa, whoa, ah.
Back line.
To the back one?
Yeah, the back one, EJ. Too late.
Plan B, they were just caught in no man's land there.
Tried to call the audible and change it halfway down. Just that weight difference called for about back 8, and that was closer to hack to bump.
Okay.
What if you came in and tapped yours
I think you
little
just
bit?
want to go right here.
Yeah.
He has this.
That doesn't change.
This at some point.
It just
Then our
goes
red
on to
doesn't go.
Yellow.
Well, you tap
Right
it
here.
right back on a foot. It's
I think
good.
you want it just cutting it off. Biting 8-foot is perfect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think biting 8-foot is good. Real quick here.
Yes.
And even though it is 2 belonging to Mike McEwen that are shot right now, Brad Jacobs is actually quite comfortable because all of this play is to the wings. And so with last rock, that 4-foot area is still open for him. And that is one of the risks for the McEwen team playing around the corner, is that you're leaving your team, your opposition rather, an out still at the end.
Whoa.
Weight's good. Top 12. Top 8.
Matt, tight.
Okay, whoa.
I think you gotta go. Get it frozen. Yep. Hard. Yep. It's a good shot. Very nice.
Wozniak with a few final scrubs as BJ.
Nice, BJ.
Pretty nice draw weight there.
Now both his yellows go any contact.
Looks like they're lying 3 there, Cass.
I would agree.
Shot.
Lightning there.
Yeah, looks like it.
Well, there you go, Muddy. You were asking earlier if it's a quick spot. Lightning is quick.
All right. About 7/8.
Well, you talk lightning, here comes the Thunder with a run back try.
Yep, yep, whoa.
Trying to remove
whoa,
that
yep,
red granite.
whoa,
Ryan
whoa,
Fry here in
yep,
4.
Yep, yep.
Bang the yellow.
Works.
All right, good.
And changes the
I don't think
dynamic
that
in the house a bit.
No, it didn't.
And they may have gotten third shot out of that. And that second red was going to jam for sure, but you can see where it's jammed. That stone that he drove in may outcount that one at the back.
Real tight guard.
But the bad part is all of a sudden there is that stone in the 4-foot.
Try and run it in.
It's gonna nut somewhere in there. Oh. There's nothing else to play.
No.
Okay. Okay, let's make it good. Remember these were taking a bit of time to get there? I feel like that's probably good. Wouldn't want to go more.
Okay, this should be good then.
You guys threw some guards here, remember? Give me the 5. You guys threw some guards here, right? They're pretty gradual. There's a few ends.
I was throwing it with the intern.
I think that should be close.
Okay.
But we don't want to under curl.
Right.
Right?
That shouldn't undercurl, I don't think.
I think that's going to be close. Okay. Would you rather see a hair more?
No.
No. Okay.
Down to skip stones here in 4. The first from Mike McEwen.
Big out.
Clean it.
Lots of weight.
Little bit for line.
A little bit line.
Don't want it. If you want to show him a piece, you want to leave it open a little bit on the outside so that there is no roll into all that mix on the right-hand side of the sheet.
Good shot, Mike. Whoa.
Oof.
Sorry, guys. That's not bad.
Well, I did over curl, but the right side, as in the tolerance side, is exposed.
Not a great throw, sorry.
So,
I'm thinking like.
okay, it's good speed here now.
Yep.
So what are you throwing, like back 8?
Yep. Just like a back 8, a little tap and roll.
Okay.
Won a few spots so far this morning. It's been tough to put the broom in the right spot and have the right weight. We'll see if Brad Jacobs can get the combo going here on this shot, his first.
Back line. Whoa, 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 back 8, back line. Whoa, whoa, Pete. Whoa, whoa, EJ, yep. Whoa, 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 Pete, Ryan, yep.
Here comes the curl, little tap, roll it in. Lovely shot from the Olympic gold medalist.
Last 2 feet.
What's that?
That finished in the last like 2 feet.
Well, I think we want to go there because he's just going to, like,
maybe.
No? Like, it's hard for him to get shot.
Where's that?
Well, it is that big debate at the end. They
Yeah,
were calling
right on
one
that
or the
one,
other. Do you
the
keep it
number
straight,
one
which was what
is
he's
not
trying to do? Do you try to make it finished? Do you keep it straight? And he does get that roll under.
Whoa, whoa, EJ, yep. Whoa, 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 Pete, Ryan, yep.
Good.
And when you're hearing that as a sweeper, you just go, yeah, whatever. Because Because they're calling both
You made a
names.
career out of that, Kathy.
I did.
You may not get to sit with Rush and Cheryl at lunch this afternoon.
I don't know that that's a bad thing.
Okay.
No, but it is true. When you're hearing that as sweepers, they're calling names back and forth. What you do know as a sweeper is it's awfully close to being made, and at that point, you just put your broom down and just make sure that it stays clean.
Room. Easy, guys. Room. Line's good. Room. Line's good. Line's good. Line's really good. Top button. Line's good. Line's really good. Top button,
Danny.
guys.
Hard, gotta go.
Line's
Gotta go,
perfect.
gotta go, you gotta go.
Line's perfect. Hard, 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 hard.
Trying to drag it in there for shot.
Go, 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 go,
Stone,
go.
get enough. And I believe they did.
Got it, boys.
I think they got it for shot Stone.
I think he did,
Did
just
we?
maybe.
Just. Oh, we didn't. That's so. It's real close.
Line's really good. Top button,
Danny.
guys.
Hard, gotta go.
Line's
Gotta go,
perfect.
gotta go, you gotta go.
Line's perfect. Hard, 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 hard.
I was waiting for your veteran analysis there, Kathy, if you think it's shot or not.
We'll keep closing one eye and then the other. It does look as though it is red.
And they got off it there for that split
That
second,
second.
which may have backfired, and unless they are shot. I believe they are.
Ooh, it's a boy warm.
Thin quarter with like control, I think.
Well, I don't even think you need that much.
Well, so you got to move it out of the
They
forefoot.
bounce enough. These rocks bounce enough. Yeah. I think that's the call because I think that draw is extremely tough.
I think it's thinner than a quarter. No?
Yeah, thin quarter with solid hack.
Okay.
Right there.
Wow. There is
We line
not
one?
Thin
much
quarter with solid hack. They're line one.
to get through. Okay, so the confirmation from Brad, he does very much think that McEwen's team is, in fact, line one. So going to try to get by that very long red guard that was the picked stone by Danny early. Catch that yellow stone that is in the 8-foot and direct it onto the red stone. That is the shot stone. But there is a guard to navigate, and we have not played this far outside.
Good way.
That speaks how lively these rocks are. You heard what Brad said. He thinks it'll move enough, and we're about to find out. Final stone here in 4 for Brad Jacobs.
Whoa,
He needs a pistol here by the long guard. EJ on the brush. Moving enough. Tap the red. Enough for shot Stone.
Great shot.
And it is.
That's a great shot for one.
Wow.
Still got one, eh?
Almost 2. Had to move it a few more inches.
Nothing more.
But a great shot for the single.
Heads up and drive
We're
behind
tied
you.
up at 2 here at the Canada Cup. Kathy, time for a key shot, and as the skip, you got to believe in this shot, and Brad Jacobs wasted little time. He bit the broom down, and he went after this.
Well, the draw to the button was really difficult, and he saw a shot that was buried from the hack, so you have to trust the broom and the weight. Throws hack weight was really loving to get to, but that is an epic shot for one.
The key shot brought to you by Purex. It's Purex or nothing. Some young fans taking in the action at the Keystone Center.
Do your teachers know where you are?
Teachers are probably there. They probably dragged the kids out to watch.
Well, it's a great opportunity to show the youngsters that this is really a fabulous lifetime sport, and hopefully they fall in love with it like we have and go on to play.
Day 1 of our Home Hardware Canada Cup coverage here on TSN, and a good battle here between 2 of the best teams in the world. McEwen, Jacobs all tied up at 2, and it will be Mike McEwen throwing the Red Stones with hammer here at 5.
You know, we've talked about Brad Jacobs this morning, Brian, about the struggles to put the broom in the right spot for the runbacks. Then the runbacks is what this team does so well, but that shot that we just showed as a key shot, that is such a precise shot with a great touch, just to make sure that he got the one and keep this game close.
Hard! Hard! Right up, beach. Whoa, 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 okay. Or a beacon. Okay, Danny, good throw.
Great weight.
I might have tweaked it a bit.
I think these are
snare maybe.
BJ looking to go around that center guard. And my shot.
Okay, just for weight. Line's good. Rube. Line's good. Yep, hard line.
Would never hurt this.
Freeze it. Line's fine.
Go, Fry.
Freeze it.
Come on, you got it, Fry.
Come on, line's
Just
fine.
freeze. Go, as far as
Yep.
it goes. Come on, Fry.
Yep.
Go, Fry.
Yep. Come on.
No.
Okay, good sweep, guys.
Fry getting his money's worth there as they'll bring it in top 8.
Oh, shoot.
Off the center.
Inclined to do this.
Update time.
Yeah, that would be nice.
John Epping in his 3rd Canada Cup as the skip. He's taking on Reed Carruthers. He has the final stone here, but Reed lying 1 for sure, maybe 2. And John's got to play a pretty slick little run back here.
He's trying to play the run back double. If he can catch it on the outside, his own will redirect off both Reds and could leave him line 2.
Gets the yellows going.
Okay, buddy.
But the 1 red remains, and that red is Reed Carruthers' red, so he gets the single. Nice steal. And Reed is up 3-2 after 4.
Close to touch.
Yeah.
Epping really one of those teams, Kathy, that you just feel could break out at any time. They're so
agreed.
consistent. They're 3rd when it comes to CTRS points. They're 4th on the money list. And always knocking on the door, whether it's a Canada Cup or any of the slam events. They're always very strong.
Well, John makes so many great shots, sees so many great shots. It's half the battle.
Keep going. Right here. Okay, that's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Normal or firm or something?
Didn't see it, but he knew he'd like it.
Yeah, he didn't see it, but
Do you like the in again? No. If you know the out, I'd like that, but whatever you want.
Oh, the out.
I think I like the in. Just
Okay.
saw it. Sure.
All right, Matty.
You want like less weight? Just a solid normal.
okay.
Let's go, Matty.
What is it, about a half?
So far this morning, Carrie Anderson has been lights out, a number of steals against Val Sweeting. But Val, she's been to back-to-back Canada Cup finals, and you knew she'd break through eventually. And here in 4, a chance to answer back with 2.
Well, both teams playing a freeze game on top of each other, and currently it is Val with shot stone. And so a chance to throw the same thing as on her first, throw a draw and get the 2, and bring this game back close.
Can't hurt it. That's okay. You can't hurt it. Can't hurt it.
You hear Lori Olson-Johns, can't hurt it, little tap, and nice touch there from Val Sweeting, the lefty. So 3-2 there after 4. Carrie Anderson still leading after stealing a couple to have that advantage in that game.
Brad asking Brian Fry to use his own to tap the McEwen stone out into lie 2.
Whoa.
Drill a little more.
Throw it back.
Good weight.
They run to start.
You're thinking this?
I don't mind it. I'd like to try and make the deuce maybe on yours.
Okay.
Yeah, but how?
Probably just nose then.
Nose.
But you're gonna be behind the
knows.
T line the whole end. He's.
If we
How are you ever
three
getting?
noses, we'll be able to roll.
Because unless he rolls out, then we're probably that's not happening.
You're always rolling to the T line.
So you like going around the guard?
Yes.
Get to here.
We can go around
Jennifer
the guard.
Jones
Sure.
leading Kelsey Rock,
my first-
6-2 there in the 5th in. Kelsey with the
Want to be
hammer in that
fairly high
match.
in the
It'll be
ring.
nice here. Denny's
Top
guard
8.
slid good.
Top 8 height.
As good as this out turn coming back.
So both Mike and the 3
Not
at
quite,
the
but it's
other
not
end
far
all
off.
thinking about
think.
scoring to this end. Their methods were different.
make it
For
up.
Mike, he was thinking you hit the stone on the nose. Brad Jacobs hits it on the nose, and now it's in front of the T line, and then you hit and roll behind the corner, and that's how you generate your 2. But the feeling from the other three at the other end, and BJ in the hack was that if
Line
we
only,
are
Mike.
wanting to use those corner guards and get around them, then why don't we do that now?
Just line.
And not wait to move stones up the house and hope for the big roll.
Whoa, pushing the tee, guys. It's gotta sit.
Sit.
Sit. Okay, good. Okay. Shoot.
Rock higher. All right.
Looking for the corner freeze on the stone just thrown by BJ.
Kathy, the broadcast booth, I'm right behind this sheet, and boy, did that stone break hard at the
It
end.
looks like it did, yeah.
Yep, line. Hard line, Pete. Well, yep, line. Hard line.
Wait,
Whoa,
sir.
whoa. Yep.
Over there.
Try to keep that angle, make sure their second shot, and they will.
Good sweep. Shot, right? That boy.
Pretty weight, right?
Well, the movement challenges have been more with bigger weight or weight thrown that's been higher than requested. But watch the finish on this stone. There it is by the guard. And there's that huge hooping motion. And he did have a little bit of extra weight. So we're not at all questioning whether this ice moves. It does. But the Broom early on in this game was expecting that kind of movement with more weight, and it just does not do that.
Weight's good. A little more positive, I thought.
Room.
It's there, I think, right now. Just line.
Line's good. Room.
Weight's there right now, Mike. Tapping a bit.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Hard. Gotta go.
Sorry.
And that over curls that little bit.
Sorry, Beach.
That's a really tough freeze to be shot at.
What are we playing?
What's that?
So what are we playing? We're trying to force him here. He can come off that into this thing.
For what, though?
Well, I know
the
the yellow's sticking.
To lie one. And if you guard it, you'll have a freeze.
He will have a freeze, yeah.
I think you got to guard it.
You think the guard is the call?
I don't know what else we have.
He makes the freeze, we freeze.
Yeah.
And then what? He might have something off that for two if his rock is sandwiched.
He might. I just don't know where else.
Well, the only other thing would be to try to.
Then he goes around.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
I know, but if it would be there if we missed the shot by
if you're like here, it would be there.
What do you guys like here? Do you like the guard?
You can.
Huh?
You can.
Tight guard?
I do. He's looking this way generally.
Probably. Okay. So, EJ got there with here. Edge of the 8.
I like it.
And the reason I like the guard is that your objective is to force or to steal, and if you play the guard, you know that Mike McEwen is going to play the freeze around it, but there still will be room to come down on top or really limit the scoring zone, and so this makes it tougher on your opponent and really leads to the force.
Yeah. I was trying to split stick. Yeah. Should be adding.
Skip stones here in 5.
Tight guard. Tight. Okay. Line a little wide.
You got room. Lots of line right now.
Really tight.
Whoa. Line's okay.
Line's in.
Yep, line.
Yep.
Whoa.
Hard.
Yep, hard, Pete. Yep. Come on,
hard. Help me. Hard.
Great sweep. Good sweep, guys.
Go the other turn, really. I think I prefer the out.
What do we like? I don't know. It's hard to know what to do, right? Like,
I think, yeah. Just got to make 2 good shots, and
it's almost like anywhere you go, you're hurting yourself.
What's that?
You want to be right to him?
T-line. Not quite, no.
Is he ever coming off the side there if you make it too good?
You want to be just T-line. If you're right to it, he freezes, he won't be able to...
Then you come off the side for 2.
Yeah. Yeah,
True.
that'll probably be there.
That'll probably be there. He's going to do that if you make it too good, isn't he?
Think you want to put a red in the button.
I see what Matt's saying.
Yeah, no, I see what he's saying too.
Well, they chat things over. Let's go to sheet D. Kelsey Rock, Jennifer Jones. And a tough game thus far for Kelsey. Down 6-2, but a chance here to draw for a pair and get within 2 before the break.
Well, I'll tell you, both teams have done a really great job of either utilizing hammer to score 2 or to steal 2 or to take 2. It has been all 2s this morning, and in theory, this should be another one. Already lying 1.
Line's good.
Needs some paint for her second point.
Really curling now. Keep it going, Taylor. Keep it going. Keep it going, Taylor.
Laura Crocker
All you got, Taylor. Never off.
in
never
the house,
off. Hard,
urging on her sweepers.
Hard.
McDonald and Gates got to catch the paint, need a piece, and wow.
1.
They can't get it there.
1 red.
So maybe some troubles with the ice right across the ice here early on day 1 here, Kathy. First draw, Jennifer Jones up 6-3 after 5.
Wide only. Should be close right now.
And our feature matchup, what's Mike playing here, Kathy?
He's playing around. He does not want to be perfectly frozen because he does know that allows Brad Jacobs to come down on top and be shot.
That's tight.
So looking to be buried and shot.
That's the curl a lot. Yep.
Just to it.
Oh.
Good shot.
Okay, good shot, Mike.
It's good, Mike.
Not bad.
I think that's really good.
Good shot. Shoot.
Not bad. That's not bad.
Even if you run it and kill it off this way, it's fine. He still doesn't have a shot for 2.
I see what you're saying, yeah. And if we run it and nose it, still he doesn't have a shot either, right?
Yeah.
So I guess we're trying to, ultimately, if we could nose it and leave that.
Yeah.
Well, dead stick.
Yeah. Let's just get rid of the red first off.
So they threw this, kind of got some curl. I don't think mine's going to do a whole lot. Just outside middle.
Okay.
So playing this run back, and if they can nut it, there's a great chance to be lying 3 right here. But even if he doesn't, even if he just gets rid of that red stone, those 2 yellow will be lying first and second shot, and there is no double play off that, and it will be the force.
Brad Jacobs run the yellow, pick the red. What a shot.
Nice.
Lost that.
Man, we almost lost that, eh?
That took a good move.
It is a tricky center line. It goes very hard when it starts to go.
I can't believe that would move with that type of weight. Through it. Pure.
I thought we were going to stick that from top button.
I can't believe he's playing this no-turn draw.
You heard Fry's comment there, Kathy. Do you like the other turn?
Well, I think that he's thinking is on the in-turn side. You can see almost all of that stone, and you can come down to it. This is an all-or-nothing shot.
But he just played it correct.
And that's, I believe, 100% why he's choosing to do this.
Line's good. In.
Because you're not thinking about the stone at the back. You're throwing the same shot you just threw.
Line's good. Line's good, guys.
Final stone here in 5 for Mike McEwen.
Hey, you're good.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Yep.
Needs to finish it nicely, curl in nicely, and it will. Right on the button for Mike McEwen. What a shot. And great throws from both skips here. 3-2 McEwen after 5.
The 2016 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Welcome back to Brandon. Yes, that is the home of Brandon University. Some very great alumni that are curlers have come from there, and one of those is Mike McEwen, and he is with Brian.
Mike, nice to have the lead through 5. It seemed both teams early on, maybe a little bit of trouble in certain spots with the ice. Was it that much different from practice yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, it's exceptional right now. Yesterday, kind of standard pre-practice. It's curling a ton. It's quite a bit slower, and we still got lots of curl, but it's quite a bit quicker than what it was on Tuesday.
Win this event, a chance to qualify for the Olympic trials in Ottawa. What would that mean for you and your team?
It's just, that's a big hurdle to get through. Nobody wants to take the extra step of grinding through a pre-trials. So this is a great opportunity to get right there and kind of maybe have a chance to take a deep breath and relax after.
How much do you enjoy playing here in Brandon?
Just the venue is, it's huge. It's perfect. There's so many options around this venue for the guys, and it's nice to be in Brandon.
Good luck, Mike.
Thanks.
Well, let's take a look at the numbers after 5, and they're brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years. While the team percentages at the bottom do tell a story for sure, when you look at the back end of McEwen at 90 and 93, that says consistency. Brad Jacobs himself at 67%, thinking about earlier shots, but 2 great final stones, 1 and 4, 1 and 5 have made the difference. And for that, he's got to get his team to play along with him. They have the hammer, need to use it as we'll head into 6. We'll be back to Brandon right after this.
The 2016 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. By Purex Bathroom Tissue. Purex, 90 years of pure comfort. And by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
Welcome back to the Keystone Center, and a good game here on Sheet C between Einarson and Sweeting. Final stone for Carey here in 5. She could have elected to draw, but choosing to try and pick out that stone to pick up her single, or at worst blank, I guess, Kathy.
Well, I think that for Carey, she could see maybe third, and that's all she would a blank too hard to get a bit of a break off that top stone, but does not. Gives up the steal.
So Val Sweeting stealing herself back into this game. They're tied up at 3 after 5. Back to our feature matchup, Mike McEwen, Brad Jacobs. And a nice draw for Mike there in 5 to pick up his single. So McEwen leads 3-2 through 5.
Not a fan of the
Jacobs with hammer throwing yellow stones here in 6.
I like it.
Everybody's happy. We got there.
Well, some comments to you at the interview, Brian, that I thought were interesting. You know, they definitely acknowledge that it is faster today, and it is that little bit straighter, and so that is what has caught the teams in the first 5. But he did say that he thought the conditions were fantastic, and we're certainly seeing that.
Probably close to tee.
Yeah, put it on the tee. Put it just top tee.
Drifting.
Excellent.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay, throw. Whoa, heavy. Whoa. Off. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Eve. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Roll it. Yep.
Whoa, no angle.
Whoa.
Update for you. Carruthers and Epping. It's 3-2 in the 6th end. It was John Epping blanking the 5th, so he has hammer down by 1 and 6.
All right. Want to try to roll right here. Normal. Throw it a little harder. Firm. We don't need to be super cute here. Normal. Firm normal. Yeah. Yep. Hard.
Wozniak.
Okay, that's fine.
Removes the
Nothing wrong
guard.
with
Just, I always get a kick out of the communication, Kathy, whether you're at a curling club or you play once a year. Everyone's different signals. Firm, normal, firm, normal.
There is a range.
They all have their own
range of weights.
Just get it done, right?
Yeah.
Find a way.
As long as you know what the person at the other end means.
Okay, line looks fine. Clean.
When they say throw nice weight,
Tight. Wall right now. Needs
that's
to
all
move
that
a bit.
counts.
Maybe the weight. Tight.
It's curling.
Halfway.
So Brad trying to throw a corner guard on that stone that's in the top of the 12-foot and will protect that stone as long as he can. As a way to potentially score 2 and get the lead back in this game. And while we have a minute, I want to send a shout out to my favorite man, or one of my favorite men on earth. That's my dad, who is having a birthday today. So hats off, Dad. Hope you have a wonderful day and Mother treats you well. He taught me everything I know.
And pass the torch to me to continue teaching.
I was going to say on the golf course, so you can blame him for me destroying your golf course this summer.
Well, happy birthday. That's great.
Clean. Yep. Whoa! Clean. Yep.
Speaking of golf, Kathy had a chance to go up to the Sioux this summer and take part in help MC Brad Jacobs' golf tournament as they raise money up there for the local hospital.
Very nice.
And they have a lot of obviously great connections, Olympic connections, and a great relationship with Mike Babcock, head coach of the Maple Leafs, and Mike was up there as well for their tournament. And it's been very busy summer for Brad Jacobs. They just had another addition, him and Shauna, to the family, Kale. So congrats to them as well, building a house and golf tournaments and curling and the whole 9 yards. So all these athletes, very busy.
Very busy. Beyond the fact that they are also training all year long, there is ice available, there's the fitness side of it, so there is really no off or downtime for these high-performing teams.
Just a little bit. Good. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, probably bump almost.
Yeah.
That looked like tight ice to me.
It did.
Curls there, I didn't turn.
Whoa.
Last in EJ.
Whoa.
Set the crap out of that.
Away. Ryan. Yep. Roll it. Good throw, Fry.
Hearing that a lot this morning, Kathy. Good throw. You threw it really well and just not the result that they were expecting or wanted.
And to me, that's, it speaks volumes to a supportive team for starters, but it also is a reinforcement for the gentleman in the hack to know that they're throwing the rock well, and the adjustment needs to be made with either one of these gentlemen that are holding the broom. Because sometimes, you know, if you're not throwing the rock well, the broom's not going to move, and it's a bit of a frustration for the thrower if they're not clear what's going on.
Our buddy Rusty Howard loves his golf analogies when it comes to curling, and really, if you golf a lot, you could putt great and feel you putt great all day, but just made nothing. Nothing went, nothing dropped in.
Yes. Which is the excuse you used around the Boyle Golf Course, as I recall. No?
My hometown of Boyle, Alberta, yes. They all go in, Kathy. It's a scramble. I get to watch. I get to watch 5 putts, so I better make it.
Gotta go. Never off it. Never off
Hard,
it.
Ray!
Never off it.
Hard! Keep going!
And by that grunt, I don't know if that stuck around or not from BJ. Might have just hung on.
It might not be, but it's too
close to. It's probably.
It's interesting, you know, they would have had the opportunity to run the rings yesterday, so to take the measure and go around the outside. So if the rings are 100% true, it appears that this stone is not touching that black outside marker, but either from what they were told by the ice crew or what they saw yesterday. It may be that the rings are a little bit small, and so that if it's close, it in fact is in, and that's why they're not taking any chances in removing it.
I think we could actually just take.
And what I've learned over the years is that our overhead cameras are so deceptive. You may think, oh, that looks out or it looks in, and then here comes the measurement and you were off anyways. So it's always tough to tell.
Yep. Yep. Hard.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Good.
Right on the nose.
That one is in.
Throw. Thanks, Kath.
Here for it.
6 then.
Shot, Mike. Good throw.
Yes.
I'm thinking it's like edge of the 4.
I like it.
4 feet of curl.
Just so like
Hair more.
Just bite the tee line.
Yeah. Let me see the ice.
Two choices. One is that you hit and stick out in the wing and you play for the blank here in the 6th end. The other is you go around and you play hard for 2.
Speed's the same?
Yeah.
Should be tee by itself.
Little bit early. Yep. Roop. Line's good. Split the.
Got lots of line.
Got a curl
Eat
now.
the finish. Yep, eat.
Hard.
Over there.
Okay. Throw, Brett.
I like the run.
Yeah.
I was going to say, the half waiter is actually probably pretty tough to stick.
You like the run, I like the run. That's my first thought.
Think firm weight, Beach.
Right in the middle, firm?
Well, I was thinking just a touch of ice with firm. I don't think firm's going to run, not for me.
Okay.
For me, it won't run negative.
What does he mean there, for me?
It's a release point, and so he doesn't tend to throw it back or full. He tends to throw a moving stone, and so he doesn't feel it's going to do that run or that float back that we've seen on some of the players. And it's about knowing your own release and icing for it. And I agree with him. There's maybe a glimmer of that yellow stone under BJ that was available to him from the hack, but that hack weight shot's so tough to stick around.
I don't think my firm will run negative at all. I think it'll just be good.
Yep. Hard.
Big scrub here for Mike McEwen, run it back.
Okay, good.
And they can't stick it, but the yellow goes.
All right.
Good shot, Mike. Attaboy.
Well, he's right. It certainly did not fall back or run straight on him.
Nice.
Moved up that little bit. Got the stone. But did not stick around, and so the blank.
Kind of like my normal throw. Just I get just that tiny bit of curl without weight anyways.
So they saw Mike throw one out here.
Yep.
Final stone for Brad Jacobs, looking for the blank.
Easy.
That was pretty close to hitting the boards before it hit the rock.
That was so cool.
It's a game of inches. Brad Jacobs gets it done and keeps the hammer. Canadian Tire Senators hockey continues tomorrow when the Flyers take on the Senators. You can watch in the Sens region on TSN 5 at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Brandon, home of the Wheat Kings, and a lot of great Wheat Kings over the years. Went on to NHL careers, Ron Hextall, Brian Propp, Braden Shen. More recently, Ivan Provorov, currently playing for the Philadelphia Flyers, an outstanding young defenseman. The Keystone Center hosted the Memorial Cup back in 2010. Sadly, the Wheat Kings have never won a Memorial Cup, but they did have the TSN great Ray Ferraro once play here as well. But it's all about the curling over the next few days. Welcome back, day one of the Canada Cup. Our coverage right here on TSN. A blank in 6 by Team Jacobs, so 3-2, McEwen leads. It is Jacobs, though, with hammer throwing the yellow stones. And I'll tell you what, that blank in that last end, Kathy, that close to hitting the sideboards.
Very, very close.
Line's good. Line's nice. Got room. Whole line. Top 8.
Looks there.
Just for weight. Line's good.
Line's good.
Weight's good.
Fry if you can.
Fry if anything.
Still there.
Okay, whoa, hold on. Whoa, just let it curl natural.
No need to stop.
Okay, shot right.
Top 4, Matty.
Update time for you. Reed Carruthers taking on John Epping. John Epping was a bronze medalist at the Canada Cup last year. In some trouble here in 6 as Carruthers has 1, 2, 3 counting. Final stone here from John. He needs to hit and stick for a single.
Well, and you can see the kind of weight that he's throwing. Really wants to make sure he's not going to roll very far. There is no guard in front of the shot stone.
Shot, John.
Right on the nose, so nicely done for his single. And a close game on sheet A. They're tied up at 3 after 6.
Yeah.
Very nice freeze.
Yeah, okay.
By Matt Wozniak.
Shot.
A little scary.
Hooked hard, eh?
Thought I gunned it.
Hoping that'll go.
So the run back from EJ needs to move that granite in the forefoot. Hopefully clip that red stone out as well. Probably lose both. Ooh.
Not horrible. Yeah. So.
Stick it top 8.
Yeah.
It's not bad either.
It's either that or you
Jennifer
try
Jones
to put a guard
seems
here.
every year always in the running here at the Canada Cup. And what a start here, her opening game against Kelsey Rock. You see Caitlin Laws holding the broom. Final one to come, already up by 3 and a chance for 3 more here. The draw on the way from Jennifer.
Well, Jennifer missed the first part of the season with having her second child, but since they have gotten back together, not a lot of surprise to anybody watching this team. Have been pretty much a force to reckon with. Does not have draw weight on that shot, but still a controlling lead in that game.
8-3 Jones after 6.
Sorry.
Commanding lead over Kelsey Rock.
Okay. That's the right spot for her.
So you love about teams like that, though. Jennifer's been at the top of her game for so long, and even though she's up by a handful, still upset with herself for missing that shot big time.
Well, and that's just a focus thing. You know, those are the shots that you do tend to miss. They're the ones that are the free points. You don't tend to go through your same pre-shot routine and focus as hard. And unfortunately, those are often the results that you see, and then you kick yourself after because those are the points you hate to give away.
Easy.
Easy,
Whoa,
easy.
whoa,
Weight's
Denny.
nice.
Whoa, whoa, Denny.
Weight's nice.
Can't for line. Looks heavy.
Top 8.
Whoa. Oh, boy.
This is top 8.
Line's not good. Whoa. There goes.
Still just
Hard
top
beat.
8.
Yep. Hard. Right here. Hard. Hard. Hard beat. Hard beat. Go. Yep. Go. Wow. Kind of picky.
That's all late movement there.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, seems to be a common theme so far this morning.
Not bad. Strange.
The break is late.
The break
weight
is
comes
very
off.
late. And that center line also, I've seen the trend that it is very tricky, and once it gets to that center line, that's where you see the big jump in movement.
Yep.
Bit of wobbling there from EJ as he lets this rock go.
Keep going. Okay.
Well, that's a great recovery by EJ. He looks a little bit like Mary Poppins
It wasn't pretty.
Out of the hack with an umbrella. Well, and there is some great balance to pull back. Still makes the double, loses the shooter, but talk about regaining and keeping your focus to get the most out of every shot.
I'll tell you what, these guys, Kathy, make it look so easy.
Yeah.
I venture anyone go out to a curling club and get in the hack and try to push out as hard as they do
heavy.
consistently. It is a lot harder than it looks, especially when you're coming out with that kind of kick speed.
Now, this whole game is a lot more difficult than people think it is.
Really
And
nice.
at this level, they do make everything look so easy.
Line's good.
But the mechanics are such that you have one thing that's a little off, and you are on ice.
Right here, right here, right here, Denny. Yep. Go, 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 go. Good. Okay. Sorry, BJ.
A little stiff there.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a little stiffer. Looking at the ice, it's a little frosty in this
Stick it in
area.
here. Roll.
What he's talking about is not necessarily frost, but it is definitely in the middle. It's more shiny. On the outside where they've not thrown it a whole lot, it is a whiter on the surface. And so what that really means is that when you're throwing in those paths, that means that there have not been that many rocks down there, and you just may need that little bit of extra weight.
Yep. Hard. Whoa.
Ryan Fry run it back, and he'll roll over that redstone in the 8-foot.
Want
Okay.
you to turn around everything again?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Right around there.
Yeah. I'll throw you the same way.
Tries to get the double. Pretty tough double, though. Gets one.
Heavy. Quite a bit more. That's heavy.
Room. Line's good. Room. Still room.
Doesn't it just seem, Kathy, like yesterday that
Denny's in.
Jennifer Jones and Brad
Denny's in all
Jacobs'
day.
teams won gold in Sochi? Like, it literally feels like it was a few weeks ago, and we're
gonna give
already
him a
looking
roll.
towards
Yep, go,
South Korea.
Right here.
It has come very quickly.
Sorry. Okay.
And yet for many of these teams, probably it feels like forever with the amount of time that they have put in, especially in the last 2 years, and now as they
We got
fight
the
to
depth.
qualify
Okay.
for those Olympic trials. Hours and hours and hours of throwing rocks.
Whoa.
Line's good.
To finish your point too, Kathy, never mind hours and hours, it's basically 3 years of preparation and training for 1 week.
Yeah.
That 1 week.
That can change your life. Just grazes it and kicks it back. That has been the story of Team Jacobs today. The runbacks that have just not come.
You talk about those trials, and we had a bite with Cheryl Bernard, our colleague, who we'll hear later on TSN this afternoon, and I'm sure she'll say the same thing on air, but winning the Olympic trials, basically, you've won the toughest tournament on earth in Canada. It's so tough.
I mean, we've always felt that the best teams in the world are here in this country. We just have so many of them that it's a fight to get out.
It's all very leads.
Yep.
Yes, you represent Canada at the Olympics. You have earned that spot.
Top it up.
Sure.
To the, so I want kind of back T weight, top it full 4. I think that should be close.
If you're just joining our coverage here on TSN, or opening
very
draw of the
late.
Canada Cup, the teams that have qualified for the Olympic curling trials in Ottawa thus far are Kevin Cooey's team and Rachel Holman's team, who are the defending champs of the Canada Cup. And Team Jennifer Jones is also qualified based on points over 2 years, I believe, Kathy.
Correct. And if you're wondering why Mike is playing the tap up on this shot instead of playing the guard, it's because the shot stone is behind the tee line. If you throw a guard, Brad Jacobs will come down and freeze to that shot stone, and then you're chasing to not give up two. So by tapping the stone,
Lots of weight, lots of weight, lots of weight. Good shot.
Okay, not bad.
now lies 3.
Not bad.
Sorry, guys.
Good shot.
Just a tear too much weight.
Just taps it back.
It's not bad.
He's in blank mode though.
Yeah.
Looking for the triple,
You know, like
just
trying to
off
get a deuce
nose.
out of this instead of getting forced.
Well, I'd rather have a shot to score. You know what I mean? Like I like it.
Okay. Let's make it.
Comes across the top there. That goes there.
Your telestrating is warming up, Kathy, much like these teams.
Thank you.
You're getting better
Well,
as we go.
I had to
That
go
was
up
lovely.
from the first one.
That was
Holy
lovely.
Dinah.
Yeah, hard!
Brad Jacobs trying to make some Reds disappear here in 7.
Hard, roll it!
He gets all 3 moving.
Kinda.
And 1 Red remains, shot stone.
Could have made the double stuck.
Well, it's 2 different shots. I'm still
What?
going for the triple.
Wow, I just knew we were never making it.
It's
Not the way I threw it.
It's just to call with peel weight to try and call it.
I'd like to stay close to edge of 4. Yeah. Right? Yeah, good. Put her T-line edge of 4.
Sure.
Split the house, make them even, and force your opponent to have to take 1 and then get that all-important hammer back for the even ends starting in 8.
So, Kathy, if that yellow stone would have bit or stuck around, would that change the shot here for Mike McEwen, or does he throw the same shot?
If that stone was biting, you would probably see him hit that stone to lie 2.
Mine's nice. Mine's really good, guys. T-line.
Mine's good, Maddie.
Mine's really good.
Look, boys.
Just to here.
Small over curl.
It's all there.
You gotta stop.
Over bust this thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, Mike.
Sorry, Mike.
Good shot.
Oh,
boy. I was gonna say I thought that was heavier than the ones I had thrown to that side before.
Just seeing yours come in.
Just take our 1.
I think so. We won and try and get an end set up. Like, it's just, if you couldn't go over the top, I'd be...
I know, if they were closer together, whatever.
Control?
Yeah.
All right, I like it.
That's a
Yours
pretty
should curl more than mine did there.
sharp double, and the risk is that if you miss it, and it goes across the top because it is so sharp, and then you give up a steal of 1, and now you're down 2. And so even though you hate to take 1, sometimes it is better to take 1 and stay close with still a couple of ends to go than to risk it all with, you know, the reward that is not better than 50%.
And you talk about this field, Kathy, so Brad Jacobs opens up against Mike McEwen. Well, this afternoon, he gets to take on Gushu's team.
Hard feet.
And after that, it's Kevin Cooey.
Yep.
So, I mean, there
It's
are
tough.
no
It does not get
easy
easier.
games out here.
It does not.
On the nose, little roll for Brad Jacobs, pick up his single. Close game continues here in Brandon, Manitoba. Welcome back to Brandon. This city certainly loves their curling, hosting a couple Briars and a couple of Scotties. And this event that happened 19 years ago today in this very building.
She hits it too thin, she's going to hit the back leg. Maybe the biggest shot of her curling career.
No. Close. Close. Go. Whoa. Close. Whoa. 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 Close. Yeah! Whoa.
What a shot! What a great shot! Now that is an Olympic curling shot.
And 19 years later to the day, still goosebumps. What an incredible moment for Sandra Schmerler, that game against Shannon Kleibrink. And she'd go on to win that contest and represent Canada proudly at the Nagano Olympics. You know the rest of the story. a gold medal and a proud moment for Canada.
Well, and it's a great moment because I don't know if you could see or hear, but Jan Becker, who was playing third at the time, that was during the game, that was not to win the game, immediately goes up and says, nice shot, now let's just focus back in, and brought everybody back down to remembering that even though you score that great 3, if you fold your tent, at that point you are not going to win the game. And so you always need that balance on a team of those that get fired up and those that can keep you in the game.
Pretty special moments in this building, and now here, 2016. 2 champions will be crowned on Sunday, and both of those champions will be pretty excited to be off to Ottawa next year for the Olympic curling trials.
What happened there? Just too much ice.
Okay.
No, but that doesn't make that much of a difference anymore.
Got room. Clean. Clean. Yep. Room. Top 8. Room.
Well, I heard Brad say last stand that he was going to try to generate some rocks. And that is not about scoring now as much as wanting to ensure that they don't run them up and down for the next couple and wait for 10.
Whoa!
You can see those 2 guards up already.
So that was plan B, obviously, Kathy, to bring it back.
Back line or, well, sort of that or right here. Problem is then he's here.
Double peel is really good.
Over on sheet D, Kelsey Rock, welcome to the Canada Cup. What an opening game against Jennifer Jones. She has been in tough. And final stone here in 7. You saw the granite in the house. She needs a big draw here to keep her slim hopes alive in this game.
Well, the bonus for her is that those stones are behind the tee line. There's no guards to navigate.
Still don't have this.
But does still need 4-foot weight. We saw her come short on her draw for 2. And so it is not a given. These teams just work out the ice here this morning.
Good judge, guys. 13-5. 1.
But nicely done for her single.
So Jennifer Jones with hammer and an 8-4 lead. And the format at the Canada Cup, the top teams, both men's and women's respectively, get a bye directly to the final. If you're the best team in the round robin, what a
huge,
nice little bonus that is.
Whoa! Yeah! Yeah! Whoa! Yeah!
It's a good shot.
That's a very good shot. Gets rid of all of those stones that were out front.
Go, Matt.
Thanks.
Shot. It's fun.
The updates continue at the Keystone Center. Carrie Einarson, Val Sweeting. Einarson a 4-3 advantage, but Val with a final stone and a chance to pick up a pair. This has been a back-and-forth game since it began, since opening rock.
It really has. Val got down early, but has been gaining momentum and a chance for 2.
Very nice.
And if you take a look at the early part of the game on the scoreboard, it was all Einarson. It's now switched to Sweeting.
So a 5-4 lead now for Val Sweeting, her team from the Saville Community Sports Center in Edmonton. And our feature matchup, nicely done there to avoid the jam, and Team Jacobs lying 3 without hammer here in 8.
Ooh, that moves.
Moves if you touch the line.
Ooh, what's that?
Same as my one that I almost rolled out there.
See?
Curl a hair.
A lot of support this week for Manitoba's Reid Carruthers taking on John Epping from Toronto. A close battle here, all tied up at 3, but Reid with hammer and an opportunity to break this game open. He's got a chance for 4.
He sure does, and you can see from this angle, it really is a nose hit. Doesn't have to do anything fancy.
Reid right on the money. So a nice 4. What a way to break a game open. 7-3 after 7. Advantage Carruthers.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep, yep, yep. Hard. Hard, Pete. Hard.
Straight back.
Like that, nose? Yeah. Okay, okay.
I guess he can make that.
Yeah.
We don't want to be too far over.
We could roll in, too.
You can. I don't know. Do you like this best? I like
just
the
roll
end.
even roll in front of ours.
Yeah, that's true. But I think we want to roll in, right?
Yeah.
Normal with the end.
So the debate was, you draw to lie 2, or do you hit this guard out front and roll into the rings, either to the other side or right in front of your own, and just because of the proximity to the house, they want to get Redstone gone.
Whoa. Roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it. Yep. Whoa.
And a fabulous roll.
Shot.
It's all right.
That is a great shot by Ryan Fry. You get 2 things out of that. You not only remove the corner guard from your opponent to potentially use, but you roll it flat, and you create the situation in which you might be able to force.
Hard! Really gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
BJ Neufeld will roll underneath. And Fry is on it, and it will spin right out of the rings. So, Kathy, if you can watch him from start to finish, it really feels like Team McEwen has out-curled Team Jacobs, yet it's a very close game, and I guess the numbers, at least when it comes to the skips, speaks to that.
Well, it does. The consistency has been the issue for Mike McEwen this year, but today, not an issue at all. And look at those numbers for draws, only 5% off, and that's a very small margin with 10 draws. For Brad Jacobs, had to make a great shot in 4 and 5 just to limit scoring or concede. And so it has been also a battle of the degree of difficulty of shots today for the skips.
Line's a little tight.
Line's never an issue. Just sweep her even.
The line's good.
Felt okay.
As a skip, you always want to feel in control of that draw weight, and 95% over 10 draws for Mike McEwen. Those are really good numbers.
He's not good. Go deep.
I got it.
So realizing that it wasn't going to be flat, want to create as much a stagger as possible so that the double is not there, and that's what they've done.
Yeah. Probably normal.
Okay.
I think you want to throw normal.
2/3-ish with normal, eh? Maybe a little less.
Try and roll. You probably roll right to the back side of the tee.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, just the roll doesn't jam.
No.
Too firm here. I got a little bit of curl. This for me with normal is going to be close.
Okay. Go, Mike.
Normal.
If you're BJ lining this up, if it ever comes to fruition that maybe we could get the perfect angle and make the double, do you get aggressive, or do you just make sure you make the shot you called?
Well, to make the double, you're almost missing that top stone, and so at that point you're just screaming for your life to hope to make contact. It is a very, very sharp double.
Weight's good.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yep.
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 Hard. Whoa. Whoa.
Yes.
Go, Danny. Go, Danny.
Hard, Danny.
Go, Danny.
Okay, good throw.
Do you think Mike McEwen's corn broom conforms to the new rules when it comes to brooms there, Kathy?
Well, not for sweeping, certainly, but for throwing.
That poor thing's been around, it looks like.
Yeah, it's got a lot of miles, I'll tell you.
Thought I was going to finish enough.
Probably listed as one of the members of his family.
Looks like my first Christmas tree when I was a struggling broadcaster in Lloydminster, Alberta.
They weren't paying you at all. If that
Wow,
was your
I think I was paying them just to be able to stick around.
This rock, so you had quite a bit of room there to hit less.
Yeah, I just didn't really spring off it very much.
Well, Mike was hoping to roll in front of that yellow stone so that this would be more difficult for Brad Jacobs to remove.
Control. Brad just hitting on the nose here, or does he want a little bit
If
of
he
a roll?
can get a little bit of a roll to the left as much as he can without obviously ticking his own.
All you got! Hard! Come on! Right. Keep going! Keep going! No roll.
Ooh, good sweep.
Well done.
Very nice.
Shot. Good sweep. Really did not expect that to curl that much.
Little light for control.
Oh, they're brushing it. Watch when this red stone goes out. Doesn't have a lot of room by that yellow and rolls to the other side. And so this is the force. If you try that double, you probably jam on that red stone that's just out of play. And so this will be the take of the single. So objective met.
Yeah, I did. But EJ said it was a little light.
For Brad.
Okay. But not really. Like you hit 3/4 and rolled that hard.
You saw the numbers earlier,
good.
comparing the skips.
Yep. Whoa, whoa.
Big shot needed here from Mike
Clean,
McEwen.
clean.
Final stone in 8.
Whoa. That's
Green.
Yeah,
Facing 2.
Green. Good.
Shot. Could have thrown the draw. He elects to play the hit, and he's perfect, right on the nose. Mike McEwen leads 4-3 here in Brandon. Day 1 of the Canada Cup on TSN.
I still can't really believe it's true that that we won the Scotties last year. It still seems surreal to me. It was an incredible season and an amazing experience, and I'm so grateful for it, but we're ready to go and start all over again.
And a first Canada Cup for Rachel Holman.
The Canada Cup's always been really tough competition, lots of games. It's great practice and preparing all our top teams to get ready for trials and nationals and everything that we need to do well in as Canadians.
What a matchup. The defending Scotties champion taking on the defending Canada Cup champion. That's later today, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time across our TSN feeds. One game complete here at the Keystone Center, and Jennifer Jones victorious over Kelsey Rock's team, a 9-4 decision. So Jennifer Jones off to a great start here in Brandon, Manitoba.
Okay.
Back to our feature matchup. It was a nice hit, soft wave by Mike McEwen to pick up a single in 8 as McEwen leads now 4-3. Jacobs the hammer, and the Yellowstones here in 9. And we just heard from Chelsea Carey and the excitement, Kathy, of winning a Scotties title. Usually you win the Scotties title and you do get a berth into the Olympic trials. However, at the Worlds, they failed to find the podium, so they did not claim that spot. And that's obviously a heartbreaker when it comes to qualifying for those trials in Ottawa.
And the only thing is that with that is that that was made very apparent to teams before they went to the Worlds. It wasn't those situations that after she lost the 3-4 game, they said, oh, and by the way, you're not going to the show. The teams knew, both Kevin Cooey and Chelsea Carey going into the World Championships, that they would have to be on the podium to earn that spot. And so I think that that made that loss last year just that much harder.
And what a year for Kevin Cooey on the opposite foot. They knew they were into the trials, winning the Canada Cup, and then they roll at the Brier, their second full year together, and obviously their first year by their standards,
Whoa.
wasn't great.
Whoa, whoa,
but
whoa,
what a
Pete,
second
whoa,
season
Pete.
they had. They
Whoa,
won
whoa,
pretty much
whoa,
everything
whoa,
thrown
yeah,
at them.
whoa.
And it speaks
Whoa,
volumes to the merits of teams sticking together. I think so often in juniors we see kids that don't find instant success. Everybody switches and tries to find it. But the really great teams take time to gel, to understand what makes you tick out there. It's 4 distinct personalities often, and it takes time to understand what people need when they miss, when they're not playing well. And that doesn't come in a year. It does take time. And that's a great example of a team that really, you know, had a ton of talent and then found a way to work together to really unleash it.
Oh, come on. Sorry, Matt. Control.
First men's game in the books as well. And congratulations to Reed Carruthers, Manitoba boy, beating John Epping from Toronto 8-3.
Shot.
Handshakes all around for Team Carruthers. And you mentioned the teams and the personalities and sticking together. Our feature matchup here, Kathy, and I find it pretty rare. These are 2 teams that have actually been together for quite some time.
For a very long time. And when you think about both of the teams, in Jacob's team, the miles that they put on in preparing for the first Olympic trials, then going to the Olympics, and a lot of teams don't stay together after something like that. You come from this incredible high, and it's hard to meet that again, but they have stuck it out. And for the McEwen team, coming so close, so many years to win Manitoba and never giving up on each other, just staying the course. To me, that's a really great story, both teams.
Thinking normal. I like this beach. Okay. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa.
Shot.
Nice.
Attaboy.
He's going to throw the blank now, eh?
Yeah. What?
What's wrong with the drop?
Depends what we're trying to do here. Are we trying to blank or go for
Well, I was thinking blank.
I'll call a timeout.
Like, 2 completely different.
It's just all or like it's.
What? What if you just peel the front one?
Quick look
Is that
there,
bad?
back and forth
I
battle.
think he's going to go to the open side.
Carrie Anderson
We've
up
got 3
6-5
shots to
over
get out
Val
of it.
Sweeting as Carrie answered back
What
with
do
a
you
2
like?
in the 8th end.
Feel, but
What's that? You like
try
that?
to blank, no?
Yeah, I like that.
I have to say I'm a little bit shocked that this discussion's happening at all. You would think that as a team at this level that they would know when the score was as it is, and they have hammer in 9, what they want to play, what the objective of the end is. Fry was thinking maybe we go around, we try to score our 2. Some thinking that maybe they would blank it out.
I think so.
And Ryan Fry solved that all by making a great shot.
Well, yes, so the blank is what is now back on the table.
That's right.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Hey, Beach.
It'll be an ongoing theme at this year's Canada Cup, and rightfully so, the Olympic hurling trials and that push to South Korea. But you talk about team dynamics, and this team, McEwen, go way back, and you'll remember, Kathy, the 09 pre-trials, and this exact team lost to Jason Gunlickson, who went on to Edmonton for the Olympic hurling trials that Kevin Martin and Cheryl Bernard would eventually win. And all these years later, still together, still battling. And I'm sure there's been moments through the years you wonder, do we maybe try something new or break this up? But kudos to them.
Shot.
Pretty good.
There's a great example of how you can utilize any stone that's in play. Very nicely done.
Just through.
That's a corner guard out there.
It's the far corner guard.
Clean. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Go down.
Whoa. Yep. 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 Hard, Pete.
Come on, Ryan.
Yep. Hard, Ryan. You got it. Keep going.
Come on, Ryan.
Yep.
Trying to hold the line is Ryan Harnden. What a brushing. Little tap. Lovely team shot there from Brad Jacobs' crew.
Sweet, Brad.
No issues reading the ice now. Feeling very confident, very comfortable.
Come on, Ryan.
That wasn't easy.
Okay, whoa.
Trying to keep it as straight as possible.
You're good.
Not a ton of room.
Still not as close as a couple ends ago during the blank
The
try.
blank, you're
by Brad
you're
Jacobs.
just loving on that.
Well,
Nice
that
draw,
blank.
Beach.
It was very
That
close
was-
to the.
You don't see
foam.
that very often, though, with the blank try on that side and nearly missing. It's been a long time I've been in the booth for curling. I get very excited over the little things here, Kathy.
Me showing up.
That too. It is in all sincerity. It's great to be back in the
It
booth.
is.
Great
It's
to be
awesome.
calling curling again. Kicking off our season.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Close. No. Never.
Close.
No.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Fine.
You could go open side.
You got enough room for the out turn?
Yeah.
Like normal?
Yeah.
I think we got a ton of room.
I guess if you try to roll it and you roll out, it's
Yeah.
not good.
Kathy, what did you remember when you played, won 3 Scotties titles and much success when you were competitive? And you'll argue you're still competitive, so I'll leave that one alone. but
I'm not playing at all, so I'm non-competitive. Remember about what?
the difference of playing, whether it's overseas or somewhere else in Canada, but playing at home in Manitoba, getting to play in your home province.
You know, we joked a lot before the game and we were talking last night because I do have some history in this building, but it was not a Scotties that we qualified in, and it was a world final that we would lose when I was playing with Connie Laliberty. But, you know, nothing took away from the fact that it was amazing to play in a building that was full of very knowledgeable fans that were cheering great shots, regardless of whether you know, you were a local team or not, but you just felt this extra support behind
think the
you.
better shot would be
It was a
roll over
gift,
here.
absolutely, to play here.
At least if you beak it.
He can beak it then.
Wow.
You beak it, it's the easiest shot for
And
him.
I believe you had a Manitoba
Can I
teammate on the
roll
men's
here
side
this
as
way?
well competing. Kerry Burtnick was
He
the
did.
men's representative that year. So very cool to have 2 Manitoba teams for a Worlds at home.
Well, for the Brandon Host Committee, you know, the tickets flew off the shelves. They were going to anyways, having a Worlds in this building, but when you have 2 Manitoba teams, as you say, not only representing, you know, the province, but representing the country at the Worlds, and then Kerry would go on to make a great double against Scotland for the win. And so that was a really great ending for the week for them.
Whoa, has to curl a lot. We're rolling big this way.
Okay, roll it then.
Yep.
Roll it.
Hard, 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 hard. Hold that, hold that. Go, 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 go.
Right to the button, Denny. Right
Go,
to the
go,
button.
go, go. Okay.
Good.
Yeah,
Fine.
just more weight.
So the blank is on for Team Jacobs.
There's only a tiny piece to roll that way, wasn't there? Like you almost couldn't.
You could hit it just over curl it a shade. That's it.
Yeah. I was just trying to somehow make him throw across the face or into it or something.
Yeah.
But pretty tough to make.
The numbers tell the story. The McEwen team has curled better if you look at the percentages, but full credit to Brad Jacobs and his team. Early on the wrong side of the inch and wasn't really going their way, but now an opportunity here to blank 9 and score 2 and 10 with hammer and a chance to win as Brad makes the red go away. So the Olympic gold medalists with hammer down by 1 coming home when we come back to Brandon. Welcome back to the Prairies, just outside of Brandon, Manitoba, the Wheat City, home to 50,000 people. Great agriculture community and a strong curling fan base as well. Very knowledgeable curlers, and they're getting a great game here in our feature matchup. A blank for Team Jacobs in 9. Mike McEwen, the Brandon boy, born and raised, leads by 1, but it is Team Jacobs with hammer and the Yellow Stones coming home here in 10.
For Brad
Line's
Jacobs,
good.
looking for a way to score
Line's
2,
good.
is throwing the corner guard.
Get the right height.
And for Mike McEwen, knows that when you're in a situation like this,
Go for distance.
1 up without,
good.
you have to play to steal.
Not too tight. Not too
Gotta
tight.
stop, guys. Shot.
Whoa, whoa.
Perfect. Good.
Good.
Can't roll in it.
Very nice.
Good shot. Great shot.
little heavy. Clean it, Fry.
Some pretty even numbers as we look at the overall coming into this final end by both leads.
Needs to curl.
Yeah, it's heavy. Back, 4.
Around it. Yeah, go ahead, Fry. Yep.
Back 8.
Yep.
Back 12.
Whoa.
Might be through.
And it does hang on to catch some blue paint, back 12. And another dynamic, we talked about these teams, Kathy, obviously they've been together a long time, both very talented, successful, and both with brothers on the team as well. Interesting dynamic.
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing that Brad said, Jacobs, in a sit-down interview before the competition is when you have family on the team, sometimes you can get away with saying things that maybe normally you couldn't say to other teammates.
Or shouldn't.
Or
just putting that one out there. But it is true.
Halfway.
Clean, just clean.
Halfway, we're a little heavy.
Well, it's gonna over.
That's max.
We're close, we're almost to that.
No.
It's gonna over bust a lot.
Our line's fine, but...
Whoa, we're to that.
Yeah. Hard. Whoa.
Okay.
I don't think you need to lift it.
Okay.
So keen.
Normal?
I was talking about that path. They talked about this way being lightning quick earlier on in this. You see Matt shaking his head. It's just so fast.
Wait, yep. Well, yep. Hard, Brian.
E.J. Harnden.
Sorry, Brian trying to remove both and roll to the corner. And that will over curl.
How's that weight? You good? Okay. Not enough ice. Guard,
wasn't heavy.
You look tight to me.
What we usually see too in arena ice, Kathy, is that towards the latter parts of the game, especially a 10-end game, 8, 9, or 10, that it does slow down a tiny bit, but that does not seem to be the case, at least on this path specifically.
Whoa, halfway's too tight
Not
again.
seeing any evidence of that.
Where? I need to know.
It's halfway. It's not to that.
Whoa. Let her come down.
Probably want it to curl a bit, eh? Nope.
I don't want to get too tight
No,
for this.
no.
It's already pretty tight. Hey, Matt. Oh. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Not bad.
Would be nice if you could
Sorry.
into here and stick the yellow in the house.
Well, we could even just make it straight back, no?
Well, no, we're trying to clear the front, Fry.
I don't mind it. Well,
That's definitely the call.
No, it's got to be like control. To stick ours?
I'm thinking normal again.
Okay.
About 2/3.
Okay.
Val Sweeting has been to 2 Canada Cups and 2 Canada Cup finals, and what a
2/3
opening match against
close.
Carrie Anerson. A 6-5 advantage here for Carrie, and she has the redstone. She shot rock on the button. Final one to come from Val Sweeting. Is the double there for the win, Kathy?
The double is definitely there. Needs to get just to the outside of the nose. Cannot play the shot stone because of where her own is.
And by the win, I obviously meant winning the 9th end.
Yes.
not the game yet. And she'll drive her own through, so it is
big steal.
A steal of 1 for Carrie Anerson as Carrie wins the 9th end.
That was
There are 10 ends. It's good to be back, Kathy. It's good to be back. Carrie a 7-5 lead after 9. Val Sweeting with hammer coming home in 10.
I ordered you a coffee.
I thought they didn't change them to 9-end games.
I didn't know. I don't know if I'd missed the bell.
Thank you. I was getting there eventually.
Speed should be a touch heavier here, I think, eh? Or you think it'll be the same? It'll be close.
A little wider.
Well, it's all or nothing now with the removal of the McEwen stone. And those 2 that belong to Brad Jacobs, enough to win in the house. And so BJ trying to navigate the port.
Line's good. Line's really good. Line's
Great
good.
numbers.
Hard line. Whoa, line's good. Whoa, Denny's in.
Trying to get it to finish by that guard, which it does.
Hard. Deep is okay. Hard. Go. Good. Whoa.
Very
Pretty
nice.
nifty shot there, Kathy. Lovely to get through that hole. And that nice finish we talked about, when the weight comes off, it'll curl nice.
Well, and a great judgment call on BJ's part to throw the right weight. That is further out than they have played.
Hard, Denny. Yep, you got to go. You gotta
Just gets by that guard, then they finish it off with that big swooping curl.
Good. Whoa.
Yeah.
Double run.
No. Close. No.
Big time weight here from Ryan Fry.
Good.
Just
Good
missing
shot.
the red,
Really
but he
good.
will open things up for his team. I mean, obviously great to score 2 and win, but they have to find a way to score regardless, does Brad Jacobs with hammer here in 10.
Timeout called by the McEwen team.
Might be the shot.
I think so.
That would be my
And that's why.
first thought.
Just want to slow it down with 2 minutes left.
I don't like the guard.
No,
so
guard's not an option. I was gonna say the only shots I saw were this.
Yeah.
Or here.
Not a bad call either.
I mean, you don't get buried here, and he's like, if he can get at you and roll, he's rolling somewhere in this vicinity.
Okay, my first thought was to freeze that, so let's do that.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I like that, because even if you're buried there and he makes a slash onto the shot rock, we're in a lot of trouble.
So you might be wondering why he wouldn't be playing the guard when they're trying to steal, and that's simply out of respect for your opponent. You throw the guard. If it's not perfect, they pick it out to lie 2. And even if it is perfect, the Jacobs team's strength is the run back, and that run back pick means that those 2 yellow stones are the counters that Jacobs needs. And so for the McEwen team, want to get a second shot in the house and are prepared to play the extra when they will have last rock.
Room.
Line's good.
Room right now.
Bit of room.
A little bit of room.
Getting better, though. Getting better. See what that
Weight's
thing-
all there right now, Mike.
Right here. Right here. Watch. It'll come down a bit. Matt's in.
Right beside it. All right, Brad.
Sit.
Okay, Beach.
It does stop in time for second stone.
It's not bad.
Okay.
Jeez, just couldn't get the.
It just doesn't curl, right?
Yeah.
Fred Jacobs also calling for a timeout.
Caleb Flaxey will come out for Team Jacobs.
Nose.
Huh?
I just don't want to kill our back.
I don't want to kill that.
Like, nose is pretty. The thing is we're forcing him into this draw, and if he puts it here, like, you have to make a roll, right? I guess it doesn't matter if we kill that if we rolled to right here. It's pretty good.
Yeah, the only thing is if you jam it, though,
Well,
then he's out. It's out counting our back.
You want to try to bring that into play, no?
We might need to, right?
what?
Sorry?
Is it
Roll this
bad
way.
rolling this way?
Well, that's what I was thinking. It's probably not that bad. trying
He's
to roll
got to
that
play
way.
the run or freeze, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's just I'm just thinking. Yeah, I'm just scared to roll here, and then he can make the roll and then keep that one. My first thought is nose.
Nose isn't bad.
But if he noses and if we nose and he's hitting and rolling to here, right? It's the same thing as us hitting and rolling to here.
He makes a great hit and roll. If we nose,
you should have a freeze.
We would have a freeze. If he's not buried, we'll have like a something here.
Yeah. Like try for a rock, like a
half a rock roll.
Normal?
Whatever you like. Yeah, I'm fine with normal. Normal.
Kathy, time for the game story, brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
Well, the numbers at the bottom will show you that it really has been Mike McEwen's consistency and the play of the McEwen team to be in this game. But it has been some great shots by Brad Jacobs to force a 1 or even to almost get 2 that have really kept him in. And that keeping him in means that he needs to score 2 here to win.
Hard,
Ryan Fry, his final stone here in 10 on the way.
All right.
A little flip, and that is shot stone with skip stones to come here in 10.
The worst thing, then he's got to be any.
Weird, eh?
Huh?
Took a weird move.
No, he's rolling out.
Yeah, normal weight.
Not playing it.
Right there.
Okay, come on.
Hi, Mike. Okay.
So, Kathy, does Mike want the roll here?
He's playing the double to remove that stone off the back, and to roll would lie 2.
That'll be a bit of finish. I think that looks good, though.
Okay.
Very close. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. 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 Yep. Whoa.
Mike McEwen with his first. Gets the yellows going.
Mike.
Nice double. Sticks the shooter. And McEwen lies 2.
Real nice throw. Attaboy.
Attaboy.
Shot's good.
Behind the guard.
The only other play would be some sort of come around.
I don't.
Either one, you got to make either one.
The roll's definitely harder than any draw. Rolls are harder than draws.
Then draw to what?
Well,
we can either draw here.
We could draw one here. Be shot. Right? Could draw one here and be shot. We could also probably lose the game that way if he makes a great freeze. You know what I mean? Like if we're here.
It's nothing here soft. It's too steep, eh?
Well, you can play it to roll it to here. With like
He's just going around.
Huh?
He's just going around. You don't like this?
Hit and roll there.
It's the hardest shot out of the.
Well, we just got to make a great roll right now.
Either way.
You make that roll. That's probably the call, right?
I think so.
You don't like just drawing here, eh?
No.
Well, I don't hate it.
I'd rather him be playing this and having to stick it than.
I want to call our other timeout.
Not, right?
Yeah,
I'm going to call another timeout.
If we draw there, he doesn't have to stick this rock. If we hit and roll, he has to stick this rock.
Right.
I do not like the draw.
I think he's probably playing this. I don't think he'll play the run back. Maybe.
What do you
he
like here, Caleb?
No, if we're talking about making the hit and roll.
Roll behind the red. Yeah. Yeah, this is the call, isn't it?
Okay. 4 versus 1.
Yeah, I like, it's like a hack weight hit and roll.
And Kathy, the last time in this game, Brad was sold on a shot. He put the broom down and he made it, and I think his body language and his voice says it all. He wanted to play it.
He did, and I understand what Ryan Fry's point was. You know, it is easier to make a draw because your sweepers can just judge from that. For the roll, you need the right line, and he's known that today they've not always had the right rolls. But if you make the roll perfectly, Mike McEwen has to either make one heck of a draw, and they'll still have an opportunity to score 2, or he must make the run back perfectly. And no one knows better than Brad Jacobs' team today that the run backs are not givens.
Boards! Yep!
Brad Jacobs is first here in 10.
Whoa!
Clean, whoa!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yep.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa. Yeah, whoa.
EJ.
And just not enough roll. It is shot stone, but not what they wanted.
I think nose is good.
Okay.
Don't you?
I think it's...
I know you'd probably like to roll it a half rock.
Yeah.
If you could. I mean, or you could roll it dead buried.
Nose, can he
What do we do
Can
on
you
a
make
throw
it
here?
soft for two?
Well, either you throw the same, or you just...
I think I would just throw control.
Okay. You think the same ice or just a shade more?
I was
Probably
thinking
just a shade
there.
more, right? Okay.
Solid
I
could do.
would agree. Pretty good, Mike.
You know, when Mike talked about you'd like to roll it a little bit, for BJ calling the line, if they're able to roll a little bit to the left, so underneath the guard, for sure there is no
Nose is
chance
okay. I
for
love
two.
the
It would
roll
be just about one. But even if he
Nose is good.
noses it right there, that is a very tough shot, if even there, to score the two.
How much weight?
Control.
Okay.
Weight's good. Hair down.
Final stone from Mike McEwen on the way here in 10.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Oh, no. Yep.
Tiny little roll. McEwen lies two.
I was going to say, if we're going to roll too much, we might as well just...
I don't know what we're doing there.
Shoot.
Will we
Redirect
kill that
almost.
enough with board?
We will. We will with these rocks, I think.
Like, it's like barely touching it, right?
You know, we got to hit it right in the perfect spot. And I think control's fine.
I like
board's
control.
fine.
I like control just because I think it's
control's
easier
a little
to call.
bit, yeah.
Like,
Well, they're playing all or nothing. The other option for sure
What am I
is
trying
to
to hit
draw
here?
to the
You're
4
trying to
foot.
hit about
an inch?
Full 8 foot.
2 inches?
That gives you
10%
the
of the
extra
rock,
end and opportunities.
Let me see the ice. Hair more.
Well, this is why you sign up to skip, right, Kathy?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that, you know, playing on the tour as much as they do against teams at this level as much as they have has shown them perhaps that when they do the draw and they go to the extra, that there's probably a vast majority of the times that the teams do not win, that have to steal. And so they're playing for the win.
Well, early candidate for shot of the year on TSN. Final stone here in 10,
Board.
Brad Jacobs.
Yep. Yep.
Does he got some magic here?
Yep. Hard. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. 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 Yeah.
On and off here. Little tick on the red, come across, hit the red. What a shot for Brad Jacobs.
Holy.
What a start to the Canada Cup. Wow. That's why you sign up to skip, Kathy Gauthier.
That's a
right there.
classic shot with just that controlled weight, enough to move them around.
Good call, Brad.
Saw that right away.
I was
Wow,
the only one that did
what a
nothing
shot.
on that shot. Except for raising my
I thought I undercooked it.
Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, after they out roll the top of my lungs.
Wow.
We saw that fist pumping reaction more than once on that run to Sochi for Brad Jacobs and his team. And that was an absolute pistol to start our coverage on TSN, the Home Hardware Canada Cup. What a finish. Jacobs beating McEwen 5-4. So, one game left on the ice here at the Keystone Center. Carrie Anderson, Val Sweeting. A 7-5 lead for Anderson, throwing the red stones, Sweeting the yellow stones. It is Val with the hammer, and we've been checking in back and forth here, Kathy. It has been a back and forth game from the get-go here.
Yes. And this is a really tough shot because she needs to score 2, and you can see the problem is not the first stone. It is making contact with that second red stone and not having it jam enough on the yellow one to the left of it. that it won't go out?
Just spin as we can. Yeah. And then don't. And then don't.
Final stone here in 10. Val Sweeting, a former Canada Cup champion.
Let's try.
On the red and won't kiss the other red. And that'll do it. Handshakes as Carrie Anderson puts a W on the board here on Brandon Early. And Val Sweeting, her team from Edmonton, falling to 0-1, 8-5 your final score. Pretty exciting morning here in Brandon. What a start. Much more to come right after this.
The 2016 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. The 2016 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years. By World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. And by Sponge Towels Paper Towels, nothing absorbs like it.
If you want to win the Canada Cup, you have to take chances, you have to make shots. Brad Jacobs, what a start this morning, Kathy.
Well, he saw it. He was never considering playing the draw. He wanted to play the super thin double, and he throws it with so soft weight. The predictability of the curl makes it absolutely perfect.
The adrenaline pumping early for the Olympic gold medalists from Sochi. It's early, but your standings, Reed Carruthers, Brad Jacobs on top with their records, and Jennifer Jones a big win earlier this morning as well, as did Carrie Anderson. This afternoon, the defending Scotties champ taking on the defending Canada Cup champion, Rachel Holman versus Chelsea Carey, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The gang's all back. Vic Broder, Cheryl Bernard, Russ Howard, Kathy Gauthier, and myself will have the coverage right across our TSN feeds. It is our first stop in our season of champions here on TSN, and what a start. Some great shots and some great games. Thanks for watching our coverage. We'll see you later on this afternoon. The Canada Cup right here on TSN.
Yeah!